Yo, what's up, people? How's it going? How's it going? How is it going? How's it going, people? Yo, big up, man. Bro, we are Reese James out for long, Gusto and Al Palmer. We're gonna talk about that, bro. Hopefully not, but we're gonna have to see. To be honest, we're gonna have to see. It's not looking good though. I can't lie. It's not looking good, bro. Yo, I see we got 6 people in here already. Everybody's in here. Please hit the like button. Make sure that the stream goes out to more people, so more people can come in. More people can interact with the chat. You know the drill, people. This ain't our first time here. We know the drill. Come on, hit the like button as you're coming in. Matter of fact, I'll make a poll so people can see. Boom. All right. Okay, people. All right. Well, I guess we can get it into a bit of news, right? And again, there's a lot to talk about, as you can see with the stream. We're gonna be getting into a lot of things today. So I think first to start off with some of the, I guess you could call it breaking news, right? Stuff that just happened. Um. Okay. So let me share my screen and we can get to it. And we can get to it. 1 second. All right, cool. Here we go. Here we go. All right. So, yo, Astro, what's up, my guy? Under Washington, Datro, and Show will go. Yeah, we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that. Okay, so we got this news earlier on today that Cole Palmer has withdrawn from the England squad and will spend the rest of the international break at Cobham. We obviously a couple of people were like, "Oh, this is a good thing." Is it a bad thing? We didn't really know. But again, looking further into it, it looks like it's not necessarily the best thing in the world because it's looking like he's having rehabilitation for an ongoing issue following an England assessment. So, not the best, not the best news to have. Hopefully, it's not something serious. Again, some people are more conspiratorial, right? You have people here saying it smells like a fake injury. Um, Again, we'll see. Yo, Sanchellini, what is good? I don't know. I don't really know what to think about this. Like an ongoing issue. I don't really know what to think about that. An ongoing issue could be something big, it could be something small, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know what to think about that. Yeah. So in other news, in terms of exactly what Emil was saying, it's looking like Chelsea are open to letting Ben Chilwell go to Turkey on loan. Otherwise, he faces 4 months on sidelines doing absolutely nothing. Which again is something that we talked about, right? Is Chilwell is one of the last people left, um, looking to, to be moved on. Because again, he's on high wages, 250. No, not the best thing. Not what we're looking for. Not what we're looking for. And again, this was like the breaking news is that Jose Mourinho wants Ben Chilwell to sign for Fenerbahce. So that's a positive. Causing injury came to me. Could be faker. Clubs have done that before to keep players there. It could be fake, but again, like I don't think Cole is the type of person to fake an injury though. I don't think he would personally be okay with that. To be honest, something is wrong with the medical team. It might be, but again, we also gotta remember like Cole Bomber played a lot of football, bro. He played a lot of football, this year. Like he played the entirety of the Euros. He played the Euros, and even guys, even if he wasn't on the pitch playing, right, he was still in the practices. So he's still having high intensity training in football over the summer. He did go on break, but remember he went on break. He came back early. Um, I don't necessarily see anything super wrong with this. Again, I'm not gonna give any conjecture as to whether or not it's a fake injury, to whether it's real. We're gonna find out as time goes on, right? As time goes on. It could be a big thing. It could be a little thing. It could just be, um, just he has like sore muscles. He's been getting cramping recently. We don't really know. Yo, Adam, what's good, my guy? Yeah, smash the likes, people. Smash the likes so more people see the stream, so more people come in. Chelsea to Fenerbahce, please make it happen. I beg, bro. I'm telling you, like we got Conte saved us with Lukaku. Mourinho might save us with Fenerbahce, bro. Might save us with Fenerbahce. I wouldn't dwell on it. Yeah, exactly, Ashraf. I'm not gonna dwell on it. Like I'm sure we're gonna get more information as time goes on. So that's why I just had to say it quickly. Lavia's back. Yes, Lavia's back. That's big news, bro. Big news, especially with, we're gonna get into it, but we're gonna get into the Crystal Palace performance as well later on. But first, I want to go through, I want to go through some of the news that's been happening recently. So yeah, we got the Ben Chilwell news. Again, Jadon Sancho in training. Uh, this is the other big news is that we have sold Angelo to Al Nasser for 19.3 million pounds. Here we go, confirmed. Plus, we have a sell-on clause. Again, this is for whatever reason really divided some people in the fan base, and even some people in the media, bro. Like I'm seeing articles like Chelsea have sold a player that has played like 0.11 seconds for them, and again, it's like how is that an issue? How is that a problem? Like you're just seeing think pieces, um, about why we're selling players, but again, like this was the whole point of, the profit. Buying young players, helping develop them and sell them on. Again, we didn't really think Angelo was ever going to necessarily be like a first team starter for us, especially with us getting Esteban and Pies in. Like it was looking rough for his position on the team, regardless. Like I'm not too pressed about it. I don't think it's anything really big, man. I think it's unfortunate because again, me personally, I like Gabriel. I like Angelo. I would have wished we gave Angelo maybe a little bit more of a chance, but it has to be said that we are very stacked in terms of the team right now, right? And if we're being brutally honest, right, and this may be brutally honest, and again, I need to say this that I like Angelo as a player. I wish he got him, but again, when we have talents of the level of Esteval, of the level of Pies coming in, it's difficult to make space into the team for Angelo and not for them, right? And that's what I think is a bit sad in all of this tale. But I'm not too pressed about it. I'm not too worried about it. I think it is what it is. You feel me? It is what it is. I'm not too pressed. I really like Angel, man. I wish he took into talent. The guy's talented. I agree. I think he's really talented, and I think in the cameos that he's shown, it's been very promising. It's been very promising. I do just think that it is unfortunate. I think it was a case of the wrong time. I think he just, it was the wrong time, because it just so happened we have Esteban and Pies coming down, in the pipeline. And that just makes it difficult for somebody like him. I'm gonna be brutally honest, right? It makes it difficult. Uh, so yeah, I mean, we had to move on again. We made a profit of around £6 million, so not too bad. Astro says he looked talented in preseason. He liked to take his man on, but we have too many wingers, and that's what I'm saying. Like we just have too much depth in terms of the wingers right now. And so many people that start ahead of him, even in Conference League, right? Even in Conference League. So difficult, but it had to be done. It had to be done. Again, this is another thing that I haven't touched on because I haven't gone live. Carney, Chukwemeka, and Cesar Cassidy will stay in Maresca's first team squad. So he will be, um, implemented back. Carney will and Cassidy will be implemented back to the first team, unlike somebody like Cho, etc., etc. So no, I'm not too pressed about it. Adam, life-wise, he's chilling. That Saudi money goes a long way back home. Happy for him. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and I saw some people were saying like, oh, we've ruined this development. How could Chelsea do this? I think we gave him the best chance possible. I think he came into Chelsea. I think we told him straight up like we're not necessarily going to make it into the first team. We told him exactly how it was going to be. We give him an opportunity to get to a higher level, and we got sold on to Al Nassr. And Al Nassr is also, by the way, people have Saudi. This has gone under the radar with Saudi, right? But in the Saudi league, they've been buying a lot of young Brazilians. So, especially with Paz and Esval, exactly. Angelo Gabriel. Okay, Sanchez. Solid backups there. Oh, 100%. Especially Carney. I love Carney. This is what I was saying. Like for me personally, two people that I really really like is Leslie. I like Uguchubu, bro. I think as a DM he's very solid, and I think Carney too. I think the issue with Carney is looking at preseason. He wasn't that sharp. Again, he was coming back from an injury, but he didn't look on it. Like his touches were a little too far, etc., etc. Angelo's gone. Yep, I just went over that. I saw they might go back for Austin. We will be talking about that. We will be talking about that later. That is something that we are going to hit on a little bit later. So don't worry about that. That's not possible. Namaya, there's some news. There is some news from a reputable Nigerian source. We will get into it. It's not impossible. In fact, it's looking like there might be an agreement already put in place. So again, we're gonna get into that later. Again, we're gonna get into that a little bit later. Again, Nicholas Jackson signed the contract extension. Uh, so let's see if I can get some other news. Osimhen, bro, go and get me Gyökeres. We'll see. We'll see. If Carney stays faking, we playing every cup game. I didn't hear about this. Arsenal always got the details. I always got the details. And again, we're gonna go over it right now because I'm just give me a second. I'm looking up the tweets. Okay, cool. So, all right, I got this right here. Okay, cool. So this is a guy named Bucci Laba, right? Again, apologies if I cannot speak correctly. Is his name? I'm not Nigerian, but I'm gonna try my best, right? And again, some of you might be saying, okay, who is he? Why should we believe him? In terms of Nigeria, he has been on top every single second of the Osimhen saga, and there's reason to believe that he has very close connections with him. Again, this is a post that he made on his own page, right? Victor Osimhen told me to screenshot, and then he says hi, right? And this is him on FaceTime with Victor. Like Adam says, everybody like the video and subscribe if you haven't. More liking the video helps the stream out so much, makes more people come in to see the stream, and we can discuss a lot more. Good morning, Busan. How's it going, man? What's up? Nice to see you in here. Bushan, I think. My apologies. But yeah, so it's looking like this guy is a reputable source, right? We have something to believe in. And again, so here we are. All right. Exclusive Victor Osimhen by and beyond the move. Loaned for 4 months, might be a full season. Again, this was August 31st. So he was the one that was breaking this news, right? They play in the Europa League. So he basically kind of leaked the Fenerbahce stuff before anybody else knew. Everything goes well and this deal happens in 3 days. Guys, tell me what day is it today? This came out August 31st. Today's the 3rd, right? At least in my time zone. So again, it's looking like he had some inside information. And again, we're gonna go for the into it. More details. More details. So the loan deal is for foreigners because Chelsea want Victor Osimhen in January. They made it very clear today. So there it is. There it is, Adam. Yeah, this guy has credibility. He has credibility. And the thing is, Adam, as well, we're going to get into it, but this guy also basically said that Victor has sacked his agent. Robert Kalenda is no longer Victor's agent. And that the Fenerbahce deal was made through an intermediary, but that Victor was a lot more hands-on. So because he doesn't have an agent anymore, it's looking like he's talking to this guy to get the press release. Yarkris's agent was in the stadium on Sunday. I know Yarkris's agent was in the stadium on Sunday, but so many other people were in the stadium on Sunday. Yo, Astro's celebrating, bro. He's spamming the W's. He's spamming the W's in the chat. He's happy, right? So again, this is before he revealed that it was Fenerbahce. So Fenerbahce wants the deal wrapped up ASAP. This deal might happen before Victor travels to Nigeria, and that's exactly what happened. So the gas is till June, so we would be playing the release clause. No, Adam. So again, we're gonna get into it, but essentially, there's going to be a break clause within the loan. So if a team comes in, and again, we're gonna get into it again. Let me elaborate on this because of Chelsea fans. A Chelsea director with the first name Paul reached out to Victor Camp on Saturday, wanting to do a deal for January, and are willing to pay him what he wants. No agreement was reached because he's focused on other things and he has moved on. So as of right now, obviously he's focusing on the Fenerbahce deal. Again, this was September 2nd, so he was literally traveling from the plane over there. But it's looking like we made contact and said, listen, we're gonna come for you in January. We're going to try to swoop in on January. So again, I'd love to hear the thoughts of the people in the chat. When's the stream starting? Morning Zombie, the stream already started. Maybe you might have to refresh, but the stream should already be live. There's a break clause. Exactly. There's a break clause. So right now, as of right now, in this moment, there is a break clause that exists, which essentially gives us the liberty to go in for him, and there will be, to end the loan and sign him permanently on loan, etc., etc. But again, let me see if I can bring up the tweet because it's not necessarily just us that is in for him. So give me a second. Okay, here we go. And again, this is from a reputable source, right? Means Osimhen isn't interested. No, that means right now he isn't in discussion, right? Because again, remember, like it's different. So it says no agreement was reached, but essentially we said that we want him and we will be back for him in January, right? Boom. And then a Turkish outlet from Simon Phillips reported Victor Osimhen's January break clause can only be triggered in by 10 clubs. So there's only 10 clubs that can come in for him, which means it's looking like the club is 8, including Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Bayern Munich. Those are the ones that we know of within the 10 that will be able in January to break the loan clause and negotiate directly. Oh, Galatasaray. Right. My apologies. You're right. Galatasaray, not Fenerbahce. My apologies. You're correct. I have Fenerbahce in my mind because Fenerbahce were the ones who wanted to get Mourinho wanted to get Chilwell, so that was on my mind. Apologies. RSM, do you think it could be Neto, Osimhen, Palmer, Sancho, and Cuckoo in there somewhere? It's actually Cuckoo in there somewhere. Um, I don't know. I don't know. Again, this is just like very stuff. I'm glad he left his agent. I believe it. Their faults he's not here. Yeah, 100%. And I said this before, like his agent basically, and this is what happened. Just as a summary, right, for the Victor saga, essentially what happened is right at a certain moment in time, there was Saudi on this side and there was Chelsea on this side, right? So what happened with the Saudi deal, right, is Saudi essentially said, um, when the news broke, right, that Saudi was also looking at Tony, the Saudi side, Napoli went to the Saudi side and told Saudi, listen, because you're going for Tony, we're going to raise the price another 10 million, I think. And Saudi said, what do you mean you're raising the price out of nowhere? We're going to pull out of the deal. We're going to get Tony. So they went to got Tony. And that's when the relationship between Victor Osimhen and Napoli broke down completely. Because they went behind Victor's back and changed the terms of the deal. And Saudi pulled out of the Victor Osimhen deal because Napoli tried to raise the price after um, the Saudi club wanted Tony. So then all that's left was Chelsea, right? Okay, so we had the Chelsea here on this side. And essentially what happened with the Chelsea side is we were offering him, right? And again, this is the whole thing, but it's looking like Galatasaray is offering him around 160 wages, right? And he's willing to go play. And he's willing to go there on a loan, right? However, when the Chelsea deal, he was super against the loan. That's what was reported, right? He's against the loan. He doesn't want to be loaned out, etc., etc. But it's looking like the only reason he didn't want to be loaned out was because of his agent. His agent didn't want it to be loaned out. And again, guys, a bit of context on the agent. The agent, when a player goes on loan, the agent doesn't get the agent fees. So the agent didn't want the loan to happen to Chelsea because he would make no money on that. And in 1 year, that agent was going to lose his license as an agent. So he's going to be able to make no money on Victor. He wanted the sale done. And so he was being very stubborn and did not let Victor come on a loan here. And because of that, so essentially the agent made Victor lose out on Chelsea, and the club Napoli made him lose out on the Saudi deal. So that's why right now he's going to Galatasaray. So it's a bit difficult, bro. The agent is atrocious. Agent wanted the money up. Because we go for another target. I can't see us going for Victor, though. I hope we don't get a transfer ban, IMO. If a transfer ban happens, it would happen for the upcoming summer. It would happen for the upcoming summer. But again, there's a lot of things up in the air, guys. Like, there's nothing solid. There's nothing set in stone right now about the Victor Osimhen deal. I want to be honest. There's nothing set in stone. I don't think we're gonna get a transfer ban, but I don't think a lot more necessarily is going to happen in the vein of that, right? I think right now we're not gonna get news for a couple months. I think right now we're getting a ton of details, but I don't think we're really gonna know. I'm gonna be real with you. But yeah, essentially that's where the Victor saga is right now. Uh, there's not too much, but again, we have the reputable source, and again, I'm gonna put it back up on screen. Where's it? Here, let me elaborate. Okay, cool. Yeah, here. So the ITK says that we might already have an agreement lined up with Victor for January. Yeah, so this ITK essentially said, and again, this ITK has essentially been the mouthpiece for Victor since he fired his agent. Again, this is this guy on FaceTime with Victor as Victor is on the plane to Galatasaray to sign. And this guy broke the news. This guy broke the news a couple of days ago. Again, he broke the news. He broke the news on here. Let me bring up the tweet again. Exclusive. Here it is. All right. So again, August 31st, right? So 3 days ago, he broke the news, even before Fabrizio, that Osimhen might be on the move, right, to a team for 4 months, or it might be a full season, that they play in the Europa League, and that there was personal terms agreed, right? Everything goes. And again, this is before anybody had mentioned Galatasaray, before even Fab. So at this point, people started noticing, this guy seems like he has inside info, right? And then he kept saying this, deal in 4 months because Chelsea want Victor Osimhen in January. They made it very clear today. So today is August 31st. Again, so they talked with him today. They talked with him not today, but August 31st they talked to him. Bucci Bamba. Yeah, that's exactly what might be happening, to be honest, in the future. Is Serie A transfer window still open? Nah, it's closed. Closed. But again, deal in 4 months because Chelsea want Victor Osimhen. They made it very clear today. And then he goes further on to say, a Chelsea director first name Paul. And again, we know who Paul is. Mr. Winstanley reached out to the Victor camp on Saturday wanting to do a deal for January and are now, and essentially the breaking news, right, is that we are now willing to pay him what he wants. Yo, big up, Linden. So again, then the question comes, right? Why are we now willing to pay him what he wants? And again, with him saying he has moved on, right? No agreement was reached because he's focused on other things. He has moved on. What it means by he has moved on and what he's focusing on other things is, again, this is the Galatasaray deal. Up until this point, it is not released yet that he was focused on the Galatasaray loan deal. So again, grain of salt, right? So you guys might be asking, okay, if that is the case, right, then why are we now able to offer him? How reliable is this person? So this person is pretty reliable. Again, it seems, again, like I said before, he was the one who broke that Victor Osimhen might be on the move to Galatasaray before Fabrizio, before anybody else. He broke the news, right? Loan for 4 months, playing the Europa League. Um, he gave these details, right? And again, this is him. This is him on FaceTime with Victor. On FaceTime with Victor. As Victor's flying. As Victor's flying to Galatasaray to Turkey to sign. So again, it seems like, this is a semi-reliable source here. But my biggest thing, and this is what I want you guys to focus on, right? Because I'm trying to thread together a story, right, from everything that's happening. Is a loan for him just to continue playing football? Yes, because again, if we read what it's saying, it says loan for 4 months because there is a break clause within the thing. There's a break clause. And again, the break clause is that in January, the loan can be broken by 10 clubs, and that one of those clubs include Chelsea. It includes Chelsea. And if it includes Chelsea, right, then the news from Bucci, right, that a Chelsea director named Paul reached out to Victor saying he wants to do a deal for January and are willing to pay him what he wants. It seems like it's more solid. It seems like there's more, there's something to it. And if there's something to it, then we have to ask ourselves, right? Why are we not willing to pay him what he wants? Where did that come from? If before we weren't willing to give him the salary he wanted, why are we now willing to give him the salary that he wanted, right? What has changed? Well, this news broke today at around the same time today as the Victor news, right? I hope this is true. We have to see, but we already knew this. Yup. So this news broke. Chelsea are pretty close to having balanced the books following Angelo Gabriel sale to Al Nassr for 19.1 million pounds. If you don't count Penders and Esteval, who were signed for 2025 and not yet joined. So Penders and Esteval is still on hold in terms of on the books. It has not yet come through. So again, 208.5 million pounds spent, 188.9 made in sales. And again, guys, of course, we're going to hear from the rivals, blah, 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 blah. How is it that Chelsea keeps buying? How is it that we're able to, how is it that we're able to do this? How is it that we're able to do that? Well, this is why. Because unlike their clubs, we're able to get the news through. Why did the stream just start? For me, I have no clue, Morning Zombie. I think you're a bit late. I think you have to click live. On YouTube, you might have to click the live button. Joel, yes, we just went over the news, by the way. We just went over the news from Bucci Laba. A lot of news, yes. A lot of news came out. Again, we're talking about it, right? Because again, right now we're discussing Ibuchi Laba, right? He's basically saying that we are now willing to make a deal for January and are willing to pay him what he wants, right? So if we're talking about why we now have the money, for me personally, this is why we now have the money. Look, this is why we now have the money, by the way. And again, there was also this tweet going out, right? Saying, all right, net spend of each Premier League team in the 2012 balance, right? It says negative 53, but this is calculated before the Angelo sale, right? And this is including Penders and stuff, which is technically not on the books for till the 2024 window. So it says negative 50, right? But when you really crunch the numbers, it's around 20. When you really crunch the numbers, it's around 20. Also, may not comment. I don't see us going in for him. I think it'll be Duran, Sesko, or Gyökeres. We'll see. We'll see. He's got connection with Osimhen's entourage. Exactly, Joel. Exactly. And for me, I think the biggest thing is that the amount of money that we were able to generate in sales, the amount of money that we were able to generate in sales is now what is allowing us to, on the other hand, go back in for Victor in January and are willing to pay him what he wants. So I think one feeds into the other. I'm gonna agree with you. I think we were able to loan and we were able to sell on a lot more people in order to be able to pay his wages, especially if the news, right? Especially if the news is true that we have found somebody that is willing to take on Chilwell, right? If we get Chilwell off of our books, that is big. That's big for us. All right, let me read some comments. At least now we have the money to pay his wages. I think summer transfer is different than January there, where they put the paper trail. Yep, I agree. I agree. That's what I'm saying. I think in January, again, it was reported by Bucci, as you can see on screen. We are now willing to pay him what he wants. Osimhen is coming in summer, not winter. He's still got Galatasaray this year. All right, if you think so, Joe. But again, it's gonna break. I feel like Napoli was the one making it difficult, and they just wanted Lukaku. Napoli screwed him over on the Saudi side, but in terms of the Chelsea side, it seems like it was the agent that screwed him over because he's now willing to accept a loan to Galatasaray on 160 wages. We were offering him 150. So it seems like that was the issue. It seems like his agent didn't want the loan because apparently, allegedly, again, because none of this is confirmed, we offered him a higher. If it was a loan, we were going to give him higher wages. But if it was a straight permanent deal, we were going to offer him less, but eventually earning more if when we get back to the champions. When we get back to the champions, so that's what it is. Osimhen might be another Lukaku. I hope not. We'll see, man. We'll see. But again, none of this is set in stone. None of this is 100%. All of this is just a maybe. All is just a maybe. Arsene, hi brother. Hello, Optimus Prime. I think Angelo money was the reason we have the money for Arsene now. I agree. That's what I'm saying. And again, this is what I'm saying, right? And again, this is another one from Ben Jacobs. 184 in fixed fees this summer, right? Fixed fees. So this is what is on the books for this summer. 46 for 2025, which is Esteval and Mike Penders, which are not on the books for this year. And there's an obligation 25 million for Jadon Sancho in 12 months. So again, not on the books this year. We have bought in 166.5 million in guaranteed fees, right? With the potential for a further 30 million in 2025 if Everton take up the option to buy Armaine Labroya, right? Plus, there's the save wages for Raheem Sterling and Kepa due to the loans. So there's a lot of money that we now cleared up. Like, guys, there's more money than you understand that just cleared up. There's more money. So if we just look at this, right, 184, right, minus 166, we're looking at around 20 M's. But if Everton buys Broya, then technically this window we made money. In this window we would have made money. If Everton buys Broya, we made money this window. We made money this window. And this is what I believe is giving us the ability in January to go back in for Victor. I'm gonna be with you. Are you gonna send the link soon? Right now it's no panel. Right now it's no panel. Joe knows he's coming January. The loan isn't a season-long move. It's a loan for 4 months. Yeah. So okay. So again, let me see if I can find a more in-depth thing. But essentially, what it is going to be a loan for an entire year. However, there is a break clause within the loan where 10 clubs can come in January. 10 clubs could come in January. Let me see if I can find that. So here we go. So guys, remember, here's the tweet. Victor Osimhen January break clause can be triggered in by 10 clubs, which again means that it is technically on the book. It is going to say Victor Osimhen to Galatasaray from Napoli for 1 year, but within that 1 year, in the January window, somebody can come in and end the loan if they want to. So again, we have to see. We back in. That's what I mean. Summer books, paper trails, the same as January books. Paper trail clubs can spend. Yeah, 100%. I get what you're saying. Nope, I can't withstand this to be sacked first and Stewart too. IMO. Yo, what's up, Zikra? How's it going, man? How's it going? We're discussing potential Victor news. Again, we're discussing potential Victor news because this was broken by a pretty semi-reliable, I would say, Nigerian journalist. Jansen Jones, what if we get a transfer ban before January? Again, and this might be a bit of conspiracy theory, right? But again, let's discuss, right? If there is a transfer ban coming, I don't think it would be in January. It would be starting next year. So next summer window, the one that's coming up, and the next winter window that's coming up. So not this one, but next year's winter window. So if that's what's happening, then that's why then it makes sense that we are pushing very heavily to do the deal for January because we know if we leave it to the next summer window, we're not gonna be able to do it. I hope we go back in for him. Yeah, it's to be seen. Like Jojo says, yo, what's up, Jojo? By the way, 33 people watching. Can we get the likes up? The more likes you get on the video, the more people come to the stream. It helps me out immensely. I really appreciate it, guys. I really appreciate it. All right, let's see. Is Joker my Poogie Bird coming? I don't know. Doesn't necessarily look, like we haven't had any news on it. We haven't had any news on it. I'm gonna be real with you. So we're gonna have to see. Apparently, these Nigerian reporters said Paul Wisam was the one that actually said we'll go. Yep, it's right here on the screen. Exactly. Big up Arson, big love from Kenya. Though I have a common cold today, I'm not okay. Yo, Brian, big up Kenya first of all. Big up Brian. Nice to see you in here again. Sorry you have a common cold, man. I hope you feel better. Hope you feel better. Victor Osimhen has parted ways with agent Robert Kalenda after fans secure move to either Ali or Chelsea. Yep. And again, that's what I said. Like now that the agent is gone, right? Now that the agent is gone, there's nobody to do like the press briefings for Victor, which is why I think that there is more weight to Bucci Laba right here. I think he's going to be breaking a lot of news for Victor because Victor right now is agentless, no agent at all, no agent happening at all. So we'll have to see. Yeah, 9 more subs for 500 people. 9 more subs and the channel gets monetized. 500 is a massive milestone for the channel. So I'd really appreciate if we could hit 500 subscribers today. I'd really appreciate it. I just need 9 more subs, bro. 9 more. 9 more subs and we get there. They're lying. Look what happened. That Mikel wants to bring him and he didn't. So I can't believe it anymore. Yeah, I think it's difficult. I think it's a difficult situation because, like I said before, it looks like on the Saudi side, Napoli screwed him, and then on the Chelsea side, it looks like it was his agent that screwed him. So, like again, I think it's difficult. Arsenal Mr. Harry Mendes. If it was Mendes, he'd be a Chelsea player. Let's be honest. If it was Mendes, he would already be a Chelsea player. So again, it's tough. It is tough. We don't really necessarily know what's going to happen. If you ask me, there's not necessarily any legitimacy 100% to whether it's going to happen or whether it's not. I'm be with you. Has he actually parted ways with his agent? Yes. It's been reported that he's parted his ways with Robert Kalenda. I'm gonna be real with you, and it makes sense. It makes sense. He screwed him on both. Like his agent screwed him with the Chelsea side, and then he got screwed over on the other side in terms of Alali. So that's what's happening. That's what's happening, people. And again, you can give me your thoughts, but Gyökeres again, there's nothing solid. So we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, there's actually, there's actually a lot of news as well in terms of the team. So now that this Victor segment is done, we're gonna get into the team news, right? So the team news. Um, Unfortunately, our boy Malo Gusto has pulled out of international duty with France due to an injury. Not the greatest news. Not the greatest news. And again, Jadon Sancho is at COM today. So he's training with the team. But more on Victor, it's looking like he has a thigh injury. He will not be part of the France U21 squad. I don't love to hear that news. I'm going to be real with you, right? Because this news happened in conjunction with news about El Capitan Reece James. So Reece James is unlikely to be fit enough to start against Chelsea's next opponent, Bournemouth. He's still thought to be a couple of weeks away from returning to full training. Oh man, Reece, man, that's my captain, but it's looking rough. I'm gonna be real with you. I was looking forward to Reece coming back into the squad because Reece coming back into the squad means that he has a captain's armband, and it could be, and then we can start seeing maybe in certain situations if Enzo was having a bad game, him coming off. Wasn't that the original injury? Yes, it was a thigh injury, but again, it appeared that maybe it would be something. It wasn't as serious as it maybe first appeared to be, but it's looking like it is indeed more serious than maybe when we first imagined. I'm gonna be real with you, which is the issue. If it is more serious than we first thought, then it's not. It's looking rough. It's not looking like it's going to be a great time. I'm gonna be real with you guys because we don't really have anybody else at right back unless we're looking at like if Gusto doesn't come back in time for the Bournemouth game, if he's not fully fit, Reece is not fully fit. We already got that news today, so we have no Reece, no Gusto. Who's gonna play right back for us? I mean, who realistically is going to play right back for us at the level of Malagusto? I mean, I kind of expect that to be honest. Chelsea keep twisting their mouths on our injuries. Yep. Yep. At this point, if they say like they're gone for a week, and this goes back as well to the news on Palmer, right? Because again, we also got this news today as well. Cole Palmer, right? Boom. Josh Erdesasi, Achimpong, Yeah, but again and again, when we talk about Achimpong, when we talk about the Sassy, um, it's not going to be on the same level as Gusto. Let's be real, and I think that's the issue. I think Yukers will agree pre-contract with Chelsea. I think, but again, like, what is that based off of? You see what I'm saying? Like, what journalist is saying that? Whereas at least on the Victor side, we actually have more concrete evidence that there is talks going on, that there is something like at least verbally between Chelsea and Victor now. Yo, EE, big up, man. How's it going? Nice to see you on the channel again. Caicedo right back? I have to be. That's what I was saying. We might see Caicedo right back. But again, if Caicedo goes right back, then we need Lavia to be back in the squad because it'll be Lavia, Enzo, Caicedo right back. Foul, I think of the Usman who keep getting one. That's what I'm saying. Achimpong should be back now. Yeah, Achimpong is going to be back. But the issue with Achimpong is he's not going to be able to play right back at the same level as Gusto or Reese. And that leaves us with a very weak position, right? And this was our biggest fear as well last season, right? Is if Reese never comes back injured, then Gusto's playing all the time and it's gonna look rough. Damn, Gusto might be out for at least a month. Is that what's being reported? Because the last thing I saw that it was just a thigh injury. I didn't see anything in terms of a thigh. I didn't see anything in terms of how long it's going to be. You know what? You're right. I think by the end of the season we should ship James. I'm afraid. I already said this is my last season for James. Like I love James, as you can tell, he's my background. But if he can't stay fit, then I think it's rough. Like again, I want to see him play at least 15 to 20 games for the season. Like that is my standard. I want to see 15 to 20 games. So until I see 15 to 20 games, I'm not going to say anything. I want him to be back fully fit, right? Fully fit. That's what we want. So I'm gonna give him this time. But if he's on and off for the entire season, then it's rough. Won't give up on him until at least after the cherries. He will be back at the 4 weeks. I don't mind that. Yep. Viega doesn't fit as right back. So Memphis Depay, he on a free transfer. You can't sign anymore. Transfer window for us is done in terms of bringing in players. We can play 3-4-3 using wingbacks to compensate for lack of fullbacks, but that will not happen. Yeah, I don't think that's happening. I think that's too much experimenting for what Maresca wants to do. We'd have to invert on the left side then. Yes, we would. Cucurella looked great as a right back last year, while both Malo and James were out. Vieira on the left and the Sassy just in case we good. Also, it's Bournemouth. Yes. But again, my issue necessarily isn't Bournemouth. It's looking past Bournemouth, right? It's looking for a couple of games. And that's the issue. It's looking like we're looking at another month for James. And if we're looking for another month with Gusto, that means the right back position is going to be played by somebody who isn't at the same level of Gusto and Reese, right? And that's no slander to Achimpong. That's no slander to the Sassy or anybody else. It's just that they're not at the level. There we go. Now we got the update that Jig was right, RSM. Let's see. But again, guys, I don't give you guys fugazi sources. Like if I'm giving you a source on stream, I will try my best to make sure that it is an accurate source. And again, this came out today. The appreciation of Victor Osimhen from several clubs remains, especially from Chelsea. It remains to be seen if an option can be activated in January or the summer. Well, he looks like the Nigerian guy was right. Fairs. That's what I'm saying. It's what I was saying. And again, I'm gonna bring it back up. He broke this an entire day ago, by the way. An entire day ago. And not only this, again, we're looking at August 31st. He said Chelsea want Victor Osimhen in January. They made it very clear today. This was August 31st, guys. This was August 31st. And now, just now, we're getting this news. So this is what I'm saying. We are going to be following this guy with binoculars because he's the one that's going to give us all the info on Victor. So again, we're going to keep an eye on this account because it seems like we're going to be getting the news from him way before anybody else. Dodgers being awesome. Yep, the Nigerian guy was right. Also, Bournemouth isn't some atrocious team. We drew to Crystal Palace. We can easily do Bournemouth. You always use all of our advantages. That's what I'm saying, Zakor. That is my issue. It's like, again, people are saying, oh, it's fine, it's Bournemouth. My issue is even past Bournemouth, right? Which, again, what you're saying is completely a possibility, right? For example, if we put Josh on the right side, if we put Achipong on the right side, Bournemouth is going to know, okay, this is a kid playing right back. Let's try to attack him. Let's try to make him cough up an air. That is my issue. Would you still want Osimhen in January? I see us going for Eze if sold. Can you expand on why you would see us going for Eze? I don't necessarily see why we would go for Eze. I think we have a lot of players in that position. Hopefully Wiley can play right back too. That'll save us money in the future. I'm big on Wiley, by the way. I love Wiley. I think he would be a great addition to the team. But yeah, like I said, he's still too young. Needs more time to develop. High reliable is a Nigerian guy. this is how reliable the Nigerian guy is, bro. He's literally on FaceTime with Victor as Victor was on the plane to Galatasaray. Not only that, like I said before, he broke the news on August 31st, 3 days ago, that Victor was going to Galatasaray, bro. He broke the news 3 days ago that Chelsea still wanted Victor in January, and the news came out today from Fabrizio. So that's what I'm saying. It's looking rough. But that's why I think, it is what it is. That's what I'm saying. I prefer Gyökeres over Osimhen, but he still provides. So yeah, I think the issue with Gyökeres, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, is that the price is going to be very high. I'm talking about like Enzo Fernandez high. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be real with you. I think it's going to be that high for Gyökeres, especially if he continues putting up the numbers that he's been putting up right now. I can see a lot of teams going for him in January, especially if the title race is going strong. Don't be surprised if you see Arsenal try to go in for him. We'll see. If that's the case, Victor better not fall off a cliff in Turkey. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Was reliable because everything's been saying now Fabrizio and other reporters are not copying him. That's what I'm saying. He came out 3 days ago, and just now Fabrizio's breaking the news. So there's no spot for Eze. Me personally, I prefer him over Joao and Sancho, but it's too late. Yeah, exactly, Joe. Like if we talked about Eze or, for example, Sancho or Felix, yeah, then that's a conversation. But we already have two on the team. We cannot have three. Like at that point, I would agree with everybody saying there's no squad planning. Yep. Wiley looks good. In fact, the whole Strasbourg looks good this season. Yep. I don't understand who's injured and who isn't. Okay. So, let's. As of right now, we got news that Cole Palmer is in rehabilitation for ongoing issue. He's at Chelsea, right? For an ongoing issue. So that's the news that we got for that. And then the other news that we got as well is that Malagusto has a thigh injury, so he withdrew from the France under 21s. And then we got, where is it? Where's Reece James? We got news that Reece James is going to be out for at least a couple of weeks, so almost a month. So we shall see. We shall see. Yes, I know, but I see Mudryk gone in January. To be honest, this is very correct. Like that statement is very correct, especially if Sancho starts killing it. Mudryk is gone. Mudryk is gone, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now, guys. I'm be honest, guys. Mudryk is gone. If he comes in, it's over. Mudryk is gone. I can't trust any Portuguese league players now. That's completely understandable, by the way. Fofana withdrew, yes, but Fofana's not injured. He just withdrew because he wants to continue playing with Chelsea. He wants to continue building up match fitness. He wants to continue playing with Maresca. That was like the stated reason why he decided to stay, not because he's injured. So Fofana's not injured. He just wants to be with the team. I'm not completely sold on Osimhen now because he hasn't had a proper preseason, and we don't know how his performance level would be in Turkey and the level of competition in Turkey. Again, I agree. Um, I think it's going to be a bit difficult, but I think it's going to be possible, right? I think it's gonna be possible. So, Cole Palmer isn't injured; it's just precautionary. Yep, I'm free if you want to send the link. Um, okay, in around 20-25 minutes, I'm gonna be doing another segment where I'm going to be bringing Prime on, and we're going to be discussing something. So I can only bring you on for maybe a bit, Joey. But other than that, like I was just gonna do like pretty much a closed panel today. But I'll send you the link. I'll send you the link. Copy. But yeah, just really quickly then, so you can give your thoughts, because I'm interested to think on what you're gonna hear. 1 second. Podcast Kaikman with the squad side effects on all that running. Yep. The fans base should be patient with the rest. Can stop saying Gallagher chance so he's not here again. Yeah, that was disgraceful, by the way. That is absolutely disgraceful. What happened there? All right, Joey, I sent it to you. Oh, where's your on lunch? Yeah, I sent it to you, bro. You can just come in to give your thoughts real quick on the thing, and then I'm gonna start the segment with Prime. Actually, let me message Prime. Where's Lavia? It said Lavia. I think Lavia's training with the squad. I think the report was that Lavia will be back in time for the thing, and apparently there's another. Yeah, Lavia is resting. He's with the team. And again, this was from Pies. Just in, Chelsea FC still really appreciate Victor Osimhen. Let's see if they reactivate this option in January or next summer. Osimhen has a break clause for January to move from Galatasaray. So, again, it is possible. Also, what's up, Joey? How's it going?
Let's go, brother.
Nothing. I was just telling them about this guy, the Bucci Lava guy, who basically broke the news. Um, on August 31st, he basically broke the news, right? That
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea were still in for Victor in January. So he said that August 31st, by the way, right? And this is the same guy that obviously right here on the screen. He was talking with Victor right here. He obviously with Victor on the trip. They got a test. So very believable. Very.
I him firing his agent is a big deal.
Yes. I was explaining
It's
to
a
everybody
big
that
deal.
his agent screwed him out of the Chelsea deal and Napoli screwed him out of the Saudi deal.
Yep.
I was
And now
explaining that to everybody.
that release clause is only for 8 teams, from my understanding. There's only 8
I think
teams that are allowed.
it was 10 teams. Simon Phillips said. But 1 second, and then Joey, as well as this, look, this is what Bucci said, right? And he was obviously he's on FaceTime with Victor. A Chelsea director with first name Paul reached out to Victor Camp on Saturday, wanting to do a deal for January and are willing to pay him what he wants. No agreement was reached because he's focused on other things. He has moved on, and people are saying he has moved on.
Victor's on extended preseason right now. That's what he's on. He's on extended preseason.
And I need everybody to understand. And again, when he says he has moved on, that doesn't mean he has completely disregarded Chelsea. He said he moved on because right now he's talking about the Galatasaray deal, which still hadn't been, hit the news yet.
Finished, yeah.
Yeah. So he's focused on other things. He's moved on. That means he's focused on the Galatasaray thing. But again, Paul Winstanley reached out and basically said, in January, we're gonna come in, we're gonna give you what you want. So we'll see. And yes, he fired his agent. 100%.
Yeah, he fired his agent. That makes a big difference.
Yep.
I wonder how much of that money that he was getting, like that of that wage packet, the agent was getting.
Exactly, and that's exactly what I was saying. Like the fact that he fired the agent, the fact that he's going to Galatasaray for essentially 160 is what Galatasaray is paying, right? It looks like Napoli is going to be holding another percentage of that. It says to me, what?
He took a wage cut so he could move. From what I
understand, from what Fabrizio said, if you read the words that Fabrizio said, from what I understand, I'll put it right there. Hold up. Let's see if I can get on screen. From what I understand, it says that Galatasaray is covering a percentage, covering his wages up to 10 million.
That does not mean that the other part is being paid by them, though.
He wouldn't use covered then. Then he would have said that he took a wage cut.
No. We're talking about people who have broken English here. Don't analyze the English too deep.
But for me, but he doesn't say covered for anything else. That's my issue. He doesn't say covered.
But I've read other places that he took the wage cut.
Yeah, but I'm gonna take what Fab says at a higher word than others. I'm gonna be real with you.
We'll see.
Yeah, we will see. But I think regardless, though, for me, like this puts it on very good authority that in January we will be going back for Victor. And I was saying as well, by the way, that a reason why we might be going back for Victor is pretty much this right here. Look at this. This is a very nice balance. And also that number, right? The numbers right here, 166, 184. That's without including the fact that if Everton do buy Broya for 30, then we technically made around 10 million this transfer window. And that opens up our books a lot more for paying what Victor wants. Especially if, Chilwell goes to Fenerbahce. Like, there's a lot of stuff that opens up a lot of the wages for Victor to come in.
Oh, yeah. I think the Angelo move really did help, though. The extra 6 million plus that we ended up getting from him.
Mm-hmm.
And not for nothing, this is not considering, those numbers are not considered with the pure profit aspect of it either. Like we sold Madsen for pure profit, and we sold Gallagher for pure profit, so we're probably ahead on the books at this point, rather than looking at it.
Yeah.
As like we're 20 million.
Because these numbers on screen would technically be net, but
Pure
net
net
spend
profit.
isn't a thing.
It's just pure net spend, right?
Yeah,
Pure
net
net
spend.
spend.
But like you said, it doesn't account for pure profit. It doesn't account for payment installments, etc., etc. But just on the books, it looks very positive for us. It looks very, very positive for us. Which is why I think that what Bucilaba is saying right here, right? That Paul reached out to Victor, that we still made it very clear that we're gonna go for him and that we're gonna give him what he wants. And again, this is the thing.
We weren't that far off of what he's getting now, so.
Yep. Yeah, most likely in January. Yep. And it's saying that it can only be triggered by 10 clubs, by the way. Only 10 clubs can trigger the release clause.
So I'm wondering if Saudi's not on there.
No, I doubt Saudi's on there. I'm gonna be real with
Yeah.
you. I doubt, because Saudi's not interested. They got Tony.
Well,
And no other Saudi club is looking for a striker.
That's one Saudi club, bro. That got Tony.
Yep. So then
That same Saudi club has Mitrovic at the same time too. Is the crazy part.
Yep. Yep.
Is that Prime?
No, that's Morning Zombie right there.
Oh.
Big up, people.
Yo, big up. Yeah, so we got Arsenal, we got Chelsea, we got Liverpool, and we got Bayern Munich. That we know of, right? So that's 4 out of the potential 10. 4 out of the potential 10.
So pretty much just us and Arsenal.
Yeah, I see Jackson scoring goals. I mean, Jackson will score goals, but I don't think that's gonna take away the fact that we're still gonna go for Victor. That 190 from sales doesn't include the undisclosed fees. It doesn't include the undisclosed fees, but again, it also doesn't include the fact that potentially Borja could also be going for 30, which means we would be in the green for this transfer window. Sorry, I'm late. I had class, but I'm locked in. Yo, Killer AMC, don't worry about it, my guy. Do not worry about it whatsoever. But yeah, that's pretty much the Victor news. But I think in terms of the Victor news, it looks very positive. Very, very positive.
Yeah, 100%. It looks so good. I mean, in the group chat, I legit said the same thing. That if there's a break clause, I think Chelsea will try to go in for him in January. Because then we have better wages for him.
He just has to stay fit, bro. That's my biggest concern in the end.
Yeah, exactly.
If he doesn't get injured.
Yeah.
Yep. And by the way, again, Abdimas Prime says, looks like Arsem and Joey, looks like you guys were right. If he's willing to pay if we are willing to pay his wages now in January, it tells me that it must have been the agent fee, and it must have been a big one, and it shows it was all about the agent fee being really bad. And I agree, man. That's what I was saying. For me, I said that as soon as the saga started going sideways, I said to me, it looks like the agent is in his ear. It looks like the agent is asking for a ton of money, and that's what's really selling the deal.
Bro, RSM. From the original tin pot theory, the tin hat theory, bro. From the original tin hat theory, the issues was always going to be the whole entire package, right? And what the package entailed, not necessarily what the wages were, but what the package entailed. I mean, I kept on telling you guys, this agent is a dickhead. I've been telling you guys this for 3 fucking months. I've been telling everybody this. That this agent is a dickhead.
Yes.
It's just this.
Yeah.
And just from even last year, the way that things happened last year for Victor, not this year, but when he signed the contract with the release clause. Even now, this release clause that they have on him at 75 million, bro, they might not even get the 75 million.
No. I mean, we're gonna argue it down. We're gonna argue it down.
I don't even know if they'll get the 75 million now, bro. I'm gonna be honest.
They'll be lucky to get 50, I think, anyways.
Yeah, it'll be fine. And also, Adam, I think in January it depends. I think if Fofana and Convo continue on an upward trajectory, I think we're gonna be fine. But if they aren't doing what they need to be doing, I could see us going for Victor and maybe a center back. And also, yes, I did watch
sales too, though. That depends on sales too.
Yes, because we are going to be looking to move on Chels permanently.
Because I do think one of the two of the Monaco center backs end up at Newcastle, either Badiashile or Disasi.
Probably Disasi.
What?
We say probably Disasi, but again, it all depends. We don't know.
Nah, they're both of them though. They're both.
They're both liable to leave.
Paul Mitchell's. They're both Paul Mitchell products. That Paul Mitchell actually went and scouted, and now he's went and scouted when he was at Monaco, not as early times in his sporting directing career. He brought in these two, and now it's okay. Now you're at Newcastle, you might as well he's gonna want to go back for his products. Like that's what just
But
how it
why
works
would
in that industry.
this is the thing, Star Slayer? It's not that he allowed his agent to derail the move just for an agent fee. It's the fact that you gotta understand when you hire an agent, you don't touch the money stuff. Like you get shown the final contract and the agent explains it to you. So he
Mm-hmm.
doesn't like he's not necessarily always in the room listening to the agent argue with the Chelsea directors, listening to them argue about the money.
I mean, bro,
He
he
the
was there
agent is
for
telling him what's
fucking
going on.
20 hours. You know what I'm saying? And the agent, why
Exactly.
would he? It's not a why would he allow situation. Is the agent had all the power to allow himself to do that.
Exactly.
It's not necessarily the way you got to think about it is this, Star Slayer, right? You hire, if I'm your agent, you hire me to take care of all the monetary responsibilities that you have when it comes to contract negotiations. Okay. So I go into these boardrooms and I have conversations in your on your behalf. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Once I get the deals that me and you have already like pre-discussed, then we move forward. Okay. We get somewhere close to the deals that we pre-discussed, then we move forward. This agent found out that we were trying to cut him out. Pretty much. We gave him a deal to cut him out. That's what it was. Because if Victor had to pay the agent fee that was similar, you're talking 50, you're talking 70, 80K a week.
Yep.
To just the agent. So like this is like that like we literally like played the hand of we're trying to cut you out.
Joey, your mic is like crackling in and out.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna dip anyways.
All right.
All
All
right.
right. See you, Joey.
Take
Peace out, man. The agent fee was the one to try to destroy us. All of a sudden, now we're willing to pay. Yeah, we're willing to pay. Now that he doesn't have an agent, we're a lot more willing to, break even. And it might have been a thing, right? Where, for example, we were offering him like 200 a week, or for example, or 220. But because of the agent fee was so large, it was eating into the
You'll
weekly
get caught, yeah.
wages. So
Mhm.
again, we gotta agent held off for so bad for that fee because the rest of the agents are bums. Now he gets fired and no fee. Yeah, he's a bum, bro. He wanted the money so bad that he got nothing. Nothing. We have to
But the
negotiate with
biggest
ADM.
positive,
Go ahead.
I'm saying the biggest positive is all about this is Osimhen finally realized he's actually a bum, that he's trying to drag down his whole career.
Yep.
Now, at least he'll be in Galatasaray, and we'll go in for him in January. At least so he, stays fit, which is a positive.
Yeah, bro. He almost again like he almost screwed him. I'd rather sign Yonkers. And again, I think with Victor, we're first in line. I think with Yonkers, we are not gonna be first in line to sign Yonkers. I'm gonna be real with you, and it's going to be a lot more money than Victor. If EPL, by the way, what's up, man? How's it going? If Chelsea are still trying to generate, does it mean they know that they're not getting a transfer ban? Yeah, 100%. Or you could look at it the other way, EPL turf, that Chelsea are desperate to get it finished in January because they know next summer we're gonna get a transfer ban. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Saudi won't look for him. Last club needed a striker was Al Ali. Now they got Tony. Thank God. Yeah, Saudi's not coming back in at all. Both directions should not be allowed to sign any more defenders. They are poor. Yeah, like scouting for goalies and defenders, not it, bro. Other than Gusto. Gusto was great. Gusto's a 10 out of 10. People complain about defense yet in the last game and a half we have not allowed a big chance. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If Cole and Fofana continue on an upward trajectory, I don't even see us going in for a center back. Oh, RSM, I see what you mean. Yep. He plays trust in that crook, and then he was up to the window closed, and he was stuck in Naples. Exactly. The thing is, like, you have to look at it as like when you sign an agent, it's like when you go to court and you get a lawyer to represent you, right? The lawyer's gonna be going through the paperwork. The lawyer's gonna be making the argument for you. You're just kind of there, hoping he does the best for you. But obviously, he did not have Victor's best interest in mind. That's why Victor fired him. Bayern doesn't need strikers. They got Kane, Liverpool. They always cheap. Not worried about them. Arsenal, their wage structure is fucked up, so not worried. Chelsea again, like last summer. Yeah, again, Bayern not gonna go in for a striker. Liverpool not gonna go in for Victor because he would break their wage structure. Arsenal already said that they are not going to be making two big signings back to back in two transfer windows. So, yo, Keyshawn, big up, man. How's it going? The release cost has been greatly lowered for January. Yep. Wonder who Osimhen's agent will be right now. Right now, it's just an intermediary. That's what we heard. But we're gonna have to see. Think about why else would he fire his agent now? Paul was saying that instead he finally got his money for wages. Fuck his agent. Yeah, exactly. It was his agent. And I said this again. If anybody was watching my streams during the transfer window, I was saying that I think the entire holdup was on the agent side. The entire holdup because Victor is going on a loan right now to Galatasaray, which tells me that he was probably willing to go on loan the entire time. But the thing is, the agent wanted the money, so he was refusing the loan moves. That's what I think it is, man. And again, we see right here, Paul reached out to Victor on Saturday, wanted to do a deal for January, and now we're willing to pay him what he wants. People wanted Sesko till they saw him in the Euros. Yep. Osimhen got a pay from 120 to 50k in Euro. January signing new release clause is because of performance. Chelsea used 120k Euro as a baseline for negotiation. The agent in Napoli definitely trying to push him to Saudi. Yep. Napoli was trying to push him to Saudi. Napoli got greedy, and that's why he lost out on the Saudi deal. Because it's a release clause. What is there to negotiate if that's what you're supposed to pay? Yeah, but at the end of the day, like for example, if we're the only ones in for Victor, then we have all the powers to try to negotiate down from the release clause with ADL. This is why everybody said if Osimhen had Mendes as an agent, we would have been a Chelsea player 3 weeks ago. Yeah, 100%. It was his agent, man. It was his agent. Premier League CEO Richards mentioned via Ben Jacob that CFC decision on charges will be done in October 2024. Yeah, but again, I don't necessarily see if we do get a transfer ban, it won't be for this upcoming January window. I think it'll be next summer, and then after that summer's transfer window, the winter one as well, the January one. So I think this upcoming January one is probably going to be our last shot at a transfer window, which is why it says we're very desperate to get it done for January. Again, what Bucci Lab is saying is that we're talking like with the directors are specifically mentioning January again and again and again, which to me screams about the fact that they're not even looking towards the summer. They don't want to sign him for the summer. They want to get him in January, which to me again says that like, yeah, we might be getting the charges, but I think the charges is going to be a transfer ban and money. I'm not seeing any points deductions. I'm not seeing anything else. I think it's going to be just straight money and a transfer window ban. That's it. That's why we're going to be trying to go for Victor in January to get the team finished off. Did you watch Man U downfall? Xerxes crap? Yeah, I mean the Man U like head loss was generational. It was amazing, and long may it continue. We don't know the structure of the release clause, so yeah, this is all like very new news. All we know, like that has been reported about the release clause, is that the break clause can be triggered by 10 clubs, right? And we know the name of 4. Bayern Munich is not happening. Liverpool's not happening. Arsenal looks like it's definitely not happening because again a report came out as well this morning. I don't know where it is saying that like Arsenal cannot afford to make like 2 back-to-back like $100 million signings. So if he gets Mendes, he's ours. Yep. Also, big up Cigar City Blues. Nice to see you in here. We should get a pre-agreement deal before January to avoid another twist. Yep. I still feel like Sesko is still on the list. It hasn't even been mentioned. Again, after the whole Victor debacle, it seems like the only names were Victor, Tony, one mystery striker it said, and then Calvert-Lewin. So when do you think he will hire his agent? Eventually he will get a new one. He's not gonna get an agent until the Galatasaray thing is signed. So probably like a month or more. Part of the issue with wages may be that we have 100 million put away in case of a fine. Not only that, but the fact that again, right now it looks like we have balanced the books very well, right? With the report came out this morning. 208.5 spent, 188 made in sales. That's really good. Like that might be what is freeing up the money for the move later on for Victor.
Yeah, that's a superb window, I think, for us. The outgoings are so good. At least we're balancing the books.
Yep. Exactly. Is there an appeal process? How long will they stretch that out? This is and again, this is like you can call it a tinfoil hat or whatever, but I think that because we self-reported, because we have been very open to the Premier League about what happened under Roman, we probably negotiated with them about what we think would be, a fair punishment. And because of that, we've been giving a lot of leniency in terms of what the punishment is going to be. So I don't think that there's probably going to be an appeal. I think Chelsea already know exactly what's going to be the punishment that we're going to receive, and they've been moving accordingly. So let's slow down on Osimhen and Cuckoo and Jackson. Cooking means it's over for this bum. R.I.P. Bozo. Again, like we can say they're going to be cooking, but we need to win games. Unless we start winning games, like Victor News is always going to be strong. Isn't Cuckoo saying in January? I hope not. I hope he's not gone. Yeah, I don't think they're selling Cuckoo in January. Duran for a bit. Duran was also part of that for a bit. I think Sesko goes Arsenal this summer. I could see them getting Sesko. I could see them going for Yuckers or Sesko. Again, I think Victor is firmly Chelsea. 300, big up, man. You guys see Napoli try to screw Osimhen even on the Turkey deal. They put him in Italy, and the lawyer told him not to sign yet until he reads it. Napoli's trying to, Napoli again. Napoli has done Victor horribly in this whole saga. Been very ugly. Now Xerxes not crap, but him, Manu, and Ahmad are a great risk of few. No, the thing is like with, for example, Tommy, Ahmad has 1 year left on his contract. He has not re-signed. Ahmad is 100% leaving. Manu, if United continues running him into the ground and putting him in a trash midfield, he will leave. Let's be honest, he's gonna leave. And then with Xerxes, Xerxes is good, but again, he's going to fall off a cliff in terms of performance because he's playing in a subpar team with a subpar coach. Like, it is what it is. 75 million release clause because Saudi was ready to pay something. It may go down further if he continues to stinker in Turkey. Yeah, 100%. 100% EPL turf. Like, we have a very good chance to lower down that 75 even further, especially if January comes and we are really the only realistic team. Because again, only 10 teams can trigger the break clause anyways. And a lot of them probably aren't even interested, man. So if that's the case, then, we're looking fine. I'm 50-50. I'm going big on young talents, but Pies, SL, Penner, Samino look like excellent buys. 100%. Pies is already worth twice what Chelsea bought him for. Because Chelsea bought him at 6. Chelsea bought him when he just turned 16. He's already well into being 17. I think we bought him for like, what, 12 mil? He's probably already 2025 easily. Okay, yep. Yo, shout out Ghana. That's a good name flag. Yep. My only thing with this punishment is I swear we paid like 15 mil or something for it last year. Maybe I missed something. Yeah, the Keller MC. This is different. These are different charges. These are the charges for the under the table money that we paid to agents and clubs, like selling the money or cars, etc., etc. Like that's what this is going to be for. I still feel like Usman's up in Saudi in January. The issue is nobody in Saudi wants a striker anymore. Like Ali already signed Tony. They're not going to be in for another striker. I really doubt it. How many subs we got? People, yeah. Can we sub? I am at. Let's see. Let me check how many subs I'm at. So I'm at 496 subscribers, people. So if we can hit 4 more subscribers, I'll hit 500. That'd be amazing. Then the channel gets monetized and it opens up the door to a lot more things. A lot more people are going to be seeing the channel. YouTube's going to be pushing the channel more. We can have more conversations. It will open up Pandora's box if they give us a harsh punishment. Yeah, 100%. And a big thing is, I don't know when do we know? I don't know if you know this morning, but do you know when the 115 charges are going to be falling for Man City? Because I think we're going to see a precedent set for the 115 for Man City. I think if 115 hits, then I'm a little bit more worried about Chelsea. But if Man City don't get any punishment, then yeah, we're probably just getting a fine and that's it. Agreed, Alma should leave on a free next season. I don't think he's leaving on a free. I think somebody's just gonna buy him. I'm gonna be real with you. Like I think he's just gonna leave. Lukaku's salary cut and scored in his first game for Napoli. Christian Ronaldo. He really loves Conte. Yeah, bro. I told you from the beginning, Lukaku and Conte. It's a love story, bro. It's a love story. We know one of the 10 is PSG. Yeah, but nobody's buying any of PSG strikers. That's exactly the same problem that happened. After Pies bangs in the Prem, he'll be worth 80 minimum. Yeah, 100%. He's a baller, man. If by including agent fee we breach overall for payment, the punishment will be severe. If not, then it will be easy. Yeah, exactly. And I think EPL, that's exactly what we're talking about. Like, if all of a sudden we're now willing to go in for him just because he fired his agent, then that means like in January, then it tells me that the agent fee was a big thing, as well as the sales that we were able to make near the end of the window in terms of loans and stuff. Like that changed a lot of the numbers that we were able to offer. So yeah, 4 subs away, people. Hit that like button and subscribe. It's free. It don't cost y'all nothing. It's free. We not done yet with outing Jose, our uncle, with the save. Wanted show first December. We need that done to guarantee the Osimhen deal. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Conte saved this with Lukaku. Now Uncle Jose is gonna save us, bro. Uncle Jose saving us for Chilwell. Irish Yellow, what's up? I think it's going to be a film, a series, docudrama on this club. I swear, dude. Like, it would do numbers on Netflix, bro. Where is our Netflix series, bro? Ain't nobody care about Man City. Sterling should be gone. Can't be on the books. Yeah, Sterling's gonna be gone, bro. Sterling's gonna be gone after this year. Trust. We know Conte, Lukaku are butt brothers. That's what I'm saying. They're in love, bro. We got told it at the beginning of the summer. They've been talking all the time. They've been texting. They've been calling. They're in love, bro. Imagine RSM, you don't speak Italian and you write the contract in Italian instead of English. Napoli really trying to screw him like the agent for the Turkey deal. Pathetic club. Yeah, man, it's messed up. It's messed up. Like Napoli, and again, it's these like all these Italian clubs. That's why they're awful to deal with, bro. They're awful to deal with. Maybe they're working behind the scenes for Gyökeres in January. Potentially, that could potentially happen. Yeah. It's mad annoying that one person's greed has us waiting 4 months to see what we could have had right now. Yep. It was the agent, bro. I said this before. It was literally the agent, bro. The agent screwed him over. It's messed up, bro. It's not correct what he did to him. Oh, Riyadh need a striker. We could see. Arsene Morales could be the manager by January for him to be gone. I hope I'm wrong. He's not leaving, bro. They signed him on a long-term contract, and unlike Poch, like there's a system of play. They've definitely backed him in terms of players, more than Poch, I would say. So, like that KDH signing for me was 100% a Maresca signing. So I think Maresca's safe for the year. I'm gonna be with you. I think unless we like lose the conference league, we're like below 10th in the league. Like Maresca's fine. I'm here with you. I think it's completely fine. The 115 will determine where the league goes. I hope they throw the book at City, otherwise Lucas's owners will buy anything with a heartbeat. 100%. The 115 is gonna be big. The 115 is gonna be big. Again, if the 115 hits, by the way, we're gonna celebrate. I can't lie. We will be celebrating. That's gonna be crazy. I can't lie. Brother, it's game week 3 and I already have more confidence in Maresca than I had after 6 months of Potter. Yeah. And you know what? That's a perfect segue, by the way. That is a perfect segue into the Crystal Palace game. Because we have to talk about the Crystal Palace game, right? So I've watched the game back, right? Calm down a bit with the head loss, right? I was able to think a bit more. Let it sink in. And I think that okay. So I feel like Jackson is suffering from things outside of his control. I'm gonna be with you. Okay. So I think one of them is that he is our number one striker, but for what we paid for him and what we expected of him, he was really never meant to be that. Like we should have gotten a number one striker. That should have been one of the first things that we did it with the billion that we spent, right? Um, and I don't think I can blame Jackson for that. Like we bought Jackson knowing what he is, right? We didn't think he was gonna be the play that we expect him to be, and especially like last night as well. I was looking at like I like to look at a ton of old games, right? A ton of big games and stuff like that, and um, me personally, just noticing Drogba and the way that he showed up in big games and the type of goals that he scored and the type of way he was able to really like bully defenders, right? To be able to turn and shoot, um, to win corners, to win headers, off corners and stuff like that. Like that's not Jackson's game. That's not Jackson's game, and I think he's suffering from the ghost of Didier Drogba, right? Because that's what everybody sees again. Because he's an African number 9 playing for Chelsea. Like that's exactly what everybody's going to have in their mind when we see Jackson fail. And I think it's tough. I think it's tough. I think it's rough for Jackson because it's not his fault. He should be a good number 2 option, and maybe have the chance to grow into something more. But right now he has all the weight on his shoulders, and as we've seen, like good, amazing. And looking back at the opportunity that Jackson had at the end of the game, it was a half chance. It was a half chance. It wasn't a full-fledged chance. It wasn't everything on Jackson. It was a half chance. It was a difficult shot. Like looking back at it, seeing it slow-mo, seeing the angles, it was not as easy as it might have seemed in the moment. I'm gonna be with you. Like he did really good to get back on time.
Yeah, because when the defender was going behind him, he was pushing him off a little bit, which was losing balance. And then the keeper rushed out, so it wasn't really his fault. It was a 50-50.
Exactly. It was 50-50, and that's why I think like looking back on it with a cooler head and stuff, like I think I might have been too harsh initially on Jackson. I think if people want to get mad at Nani Madueke and that chance in the
Yeah,
first half.
the
Because
chance
now
in the
looking
box.
back on it, that was criminal. That was an absolute criminal miss.
On his stronger foot as well, on
On
his
his
left
left.
foot. Like,
Exactly. It was on his
wow.
left. He easily could have curled it. Um and I
Yeah.
and I think like looking back on it, like that's kind of my thoughts on the game, man. Like I think it's really unlucky. I think looking
Not being
even back at the
clinical.
goal, like I saw people were trying to like blame people. Like there's no blame on it. There's no blame. Like
The shot was
I
superb.
no go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, the shot from Eze, I think, even though we were trying to block it, like, it was perfect. The curve, it being side netting, like, I don't think anyone would do much in that scenario.
Mhm. Yeah. And and for me, looking back on it, like people were trying to blame like people in the defense, or like Caicedo or Enzo, or even Sanchez. And for me, it's like it was a free goal, bro. Like it was a shot that was blocked. I think it hit like Cole or Fofana, and it bounced perfectly into Eze's path. Like, come on, bro. Like the defense can't plan for that, bro. That didn't even count as a big chance. Like when you go to the stats, and I'll pull it up right now. When you go to the stats, that didn't even count as a big chance because it wasn't a created chance. It was just a lucky thing. And again, Eze finally got the shot that he was looking at for all game, and it wasn't coughed up by the defense. It wasn't anybody fell asleep. It was an absolute world class strike, right? And even
Yeah.
last night, I was looking at because I saw somebody on Never a Foul literally say like try to blame Sanchez for the goal, right? And I went back because I vaguely remembered it, and I went back and I looked at the Champions League run that we had for our first champions, right? And
Yeah, yeah.
Czech literally conceded a goal in around the same area as Eze in the same way. It was just an absolute curler, bro. Like at a certain point, you can't stop the goal going in. It was just really good. Like, and you
Exactly.
know me, I have no love for Sanchez, but like I'm not expecting Sanchez to save that. I'm not expecting any goalie to save that shot. That was world class by Eze.
I don't think any keeper would save that in the Premier League or in the world, in my opinion.
Yes, exactly. All right, let me see some comments. Now I give my thoughts. Let's see. RSM, did you see today Leicester escaped the court? They didn't charge them. Clubs now left to Chelsea and City. Yep, I saw that. So Leicester escaped. They they beat the charges. But first, I think it's first City. I heard City's gonna happen in September, and then October is gonna be Chelsea. So in the end, they're all in on Maresca with the way they let him dictate who's in the squad and who's banished. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, Maresca's not getting sacked, bro. Like, unless, like I said, unless we're bottom 10th in January, we're bottom 10th out of the Conference League, out of the Cups, we're fine. Jackson hat trick incoming against Spurs. Please, God, I need the Spurs head loss. Jackson came in really out, got 14 plus goals. Shows how amazing they can play and carrying. Being able to transition to the Prem that well is amazing. Yeah, so I'm saying, like I said, Jackson suffers from the ghost of Drogba. Like, Drogba is just a player that Jackson isn't. And that's not a diss on Jackson. It just is what it is. But everybody, when they see Jackson, they like, the nostalgia takes over, and they expect of him like Drogba level stuff, and it's tough. And again, we think about it, like Jackson's output was not bad last season. His output, I don't think is gonna be bad this season either. The issue is like he's just not. He's young. He's not meant to have this much weight on his shoulders yet for a top 6 club. But that's not on him. That's on the board, man. Crazy thing is for the people saying in the summer he would go for free is like his contract because of loan to the Turkey deal. Only way you can go on loan is if you extend your contract. Yep. Didn't know Palmer would do so for the in squad. He didn't withdraw from the in squad. We talked about this. Apparently, he had a reoccurring issue, so he's back with Chelsea. Did you see Mina's reaction when we signed Sancho? Check her clip. I did see that. It was hilarious, man. I don't blame Jackson. I blame the board. Exactly. Osimhen can't go for free in summer because his new contract's 26. Summer, he extended his contract. Yeah, they're gonna be selling him. The only issue is he isn't the caliber. We need to get the most out of our attack. He wastes a chance and miss times his runs. He'd be amazing as a complementary striker to a different profile. And that's exactly what I mean. Like Jackson is what he is, but we need a different profile. And like I said, looking back at the chance Jackson got, it was a half chance. I agree. It was a half chance. The issue is when we look at Drogba, when we look at other strikers, when we look at world class strikers, right? Which is what Chelsea want. And all the families want a world class striker, right? A world class striker takes that half chance, scores it, and wins you the game. But I can't hold Jackson to that standard. I'm agree with you because I can't hold him to something he isn't, bro. Like I'm not gonna be delusional. Like I literally see people in our fan base being like, yeah, well this player isn't, isn't John Terry. This player isn't Petr Cech. This player isn't Drogba. Like yeah, they're not, bro. Like they're just not. Like I don't know what you're expecting from them. Like they were never, even when they came in, they weren't ever touted to be at that level. But they're like, but this is what we had in the past. Yeah, bro. But like, I don't know what you like. The bar is up here in terms of where Chelsea should be at. But for individual players, like I'm not gonna pretend like, oh, Palmer should be Messi levels or whatever. Like, come on, man. Like I have to be realistic at some point. Like I can't live in pure delusion and live in the past of what happened. That's what I'm saying. Jackson is suffering from the ghost of Didier Drogba. Our entire team is under the specter of what past teams have achieved. And that's why they're getting booed. That's why you're getting Conor Gallagher chance. That's why you're getting all of this stuff. And but again, all this is fixed if they just start winning, bro. That's why, like again, with the Crystal Palace result, I'm not dis I'm disappointed because I think we did enough to deserve the win, but we just didn't win. And at the end of the day, football is not about who deserved it more. It's about who scored the most goals, and we just didn't do that. So I would be more mad at Nani if he was a striker, but he's a winger. Never expect consistent finishing unless you're Palmer, Saka, or Salah. Yeah, like I'm not going to I'm just not going to expect Nani like this is shaping up to be, again, big words. It's shaping up to be like his breakout season, right? And even within your breakout season, you're not going to be scoring every chance. You're not going to be putting everything away. But I still think that the miss that he had was more criminal than Jackson's miss. I rewatched the games. The West X Leslie partnership was way better than I thought. Both me breaking passes out to big chances and had pass on luck. Yep. That's what I'm saying. Like the chance that Ezzy scored wasn't like a defensive error. It wasn't that nobody closed him down. It was everybody caught off guard because of an unlucky rebound that landed at Ezzy's feet, and he got the shot off, and it was world class. And with Wes and and Cole, like I said before, if they keep on the upper trajectory that they're on, right? Because they're on an upper trajectory. They've gotten better and better as the games have gone on, especially considering how they looked in preseason, right? It's gotten better. If they keep on that trail, then I think in January we don't see us sign any center back. Maybe a backup center back. Maybe if we move the Sassy, um, or Badiashilian, right, in the winter, then we buy another one. But other than that, I think we're fine. We have a small pitch at home. It's easy to close down the space with low block and difficult to create a lot of chances. We may need a profile with good hitting and long range shooting. Lampard, yeah. APL, by the way, that's one of the biggest issues that I have with our current day squad is we don't have anybody who's willing to just outside the box smash it and test the keeper. We don't have anybody of that profile. And some people can say, "Oh, this person has a shot on this." Yeah, but if you don't do it consistently, then I can't say that you have that in your locker. Like anybody is capable of it, sure, but it's not in your locker if you're not doing it on a consistent basis. And I think in games where we have a low block, we found ourselves in space outside the box, so where maybe if somebody knew how to like shoot, we could have done that. And yeah. Also, by the way, I saw people saying like, "Oh, we weren't able to break down the low block, bro." We broke down the low block. Like again, going up here, we had 5 big chances. Do you know how many how many we missed? 4. Like, come on, bro. Like we had chances, we just weren't clinical enough.
I mean, it is difficult to play against so many fullbacks. Like, look at the lineup. They had Munoz, Mitchell, Richards, Klein. They had so many fullbacks. They legit
Hmm.
covered so well in the middle and the sides. Like, we were fucked, but we still created 5 big chances all game, so
Yep.
we didn't
And
struggle.
another thing to just to point out how uneven the thing is, right? Like look at the scores of their team, bro. Like it's so poor compared to ours, which are relatively higher. Yeah, our whole team got a 7.1, they got a 6.8. And relatively like our team performed better. We just didn't get it. We just couldn't get across the line. We couldn't score the decisive goal.
Yeah,
And
and
when we
Henderson was insane.
yes, and again, this is a multifaceted game, right? Because now I analyze the players, I analyze Jackson, I analyze clinicalness, right? I'm going to mention this once, and I'm not going to blame the game on it because I'm not that type of fan, right? Unless a red card happens, I'm not going to blame it. But let's be honest, this man should have been off. Hughes should have been sent off. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
Kamada
he
not
was.
having even one yellow is criminal. Kamada was hacking at legs, bro. Meanwhile, Neto took one breath and got a yellow. It's not great, bro. It's not great. The problem with the Eze goal is that everyone backed up in our box and no one went to Eze on the edge of the box. But the thing, Jonathan, is that if you look at the play again, everyone was backed up in our box because the ball was in our box. And a
Yeah.
shot in the box happened. It got blocked, and Eze was on the outside of the box, and nobody could close him down because the ricochet that happened with the blocked shot in the box landed so quickly to Eze that like nobody could react in time. Like it, I can't blame anybody there, bro. Like I don't know what to say. Like I can't find any singular person to blame because I don't think anybody's at blame, bro. It was a freak wonder goal. Anyone that blames Sanchez for that goal just do yourself a favor and save your brain cells and tune out while they talk. That's what I'm saying. But I saw it, bro. I swear to God, somebody on Never Real Foul tried to crash it on Sanchez for the goal, bro. And I was like, and it was a Chelsea fan. And I'm like, and just to make sure I saw that, and I literally went to the highlight reel because I there was I think it's called like the road to something. I remember it has like a million something views on YouTube. I watch it all the time for nostalgia purposes. And I recalled that like Petr Cech literally gave up a similar goal. Like, come on, bro. Like some goals are just gonna go in no matter what you do. I blame the fans that say Jackson is enough as a starting striker when all the circumstances say otherwise. Yeah, of course. If any fan is 100% like Jackson should be our starting striker, then of course, yeah, I'm gonna question it. The ball rebounded and landed perfectly as a nothing really the defense can do. It was a class goal. Simple. Yep. If Nani gets the same chance 1 to 2 times a game like he has, he will close that season and will probably make that shot 6 or 7 out of 10 times. Yeah, exactly. I think the chances that Nani got, it was just really unlucky. Like other than the criminal miss, like the other shot that he got from like Enzo chipping it over the top was a great save. And again, Henderson had an amazing game, bro. He had a 7.5 rating and he had a great game. He was saving shots. He was closing down shots. Like he had a great game. Like it just so happened he's probably had the best game he's gonna have all season against us. It was unlucky, but it happens sometimes. We can break low blocks. Can we finish though? And do we have a diverse way of solving them? Is it just via transition? No, we do. For example, and again, this is a chance I said. The Enzo chance to Nani, for example, that Henderson saved, that broke down the low block completely. I think, I think that was pretty good. I think we showed that we had the potential to do that. Munoz and Kamada could have both been sent off 100%. Like Kamada should have been on 1 yellow, and Hughes should have been sent off. And if Hughes is sent off at 1-0, we win the game. Like I have no doubt. By the way. Also, notice on our fan base, our fans that will support Sanchez. He ranks 24th as keeper overall as of right now. Yeah, there are people who support Sanchez, but again, like there are people who are always going to support everybody, no matter how bad the player is. You're going to find some amount of people supporting them. But I think the vast majority of the fan base realizes that like Sanchez is not a great keeper overall. He's not good, and even him being not good, I'm not going to blame him for the Eze goal. In the moment, I blame Sanchez, but looking back, I think, I literally think if you go to my watch along, I also blame Sanchez. But like again, anything that I say during a watch along, I'm just a fan. I'm in the moment. I'm feeling a lot of emotions. But like looking back with a cool head, like yeah, bro, like what was Sanchez gonna do there? I said that was like poor from Sanchez. I look back at his positioning. His position was perfect. He's perfectly positioned. Like any more to the left where the ball went, like left saying like I'm the goalie, right? Like to his left, but our right on the screen, he would have left the complete other side open. Like there's a lot of space between our box and Eze. Even someone would have passed to Eze, could have allowed him to take a free shot. Yeah, but the thing is, like with the way that the ball was going, like it was going to be a shot on goal, and the shot on goal was blocked. Jackson never comes in clutch. It was a typical performance. He played well, but yeah, and I think that's the issue. That's what I'm saying. I think that's why he suffers from the ghost of Drogba. Like everybody has that image of Drogba saving the game, scoring the headers, taking a half chance and turning it into a goal. Jackson is not that player. Jackson, we're gonna need to provide constant service and constant opportunities. He will score you goals, but he's not gonna be clinical with everyone. Some people are just looking for excuses to blame Sanchez. We know he's crap, but that goal was not on anyone. It was a great goal. Yep. I was surprised that Mudryk was good when he came on. Yeah, Mudryk, and again, this is another positive, right? People are like, oh, why are we buying Sancho, right? Like, what is Sancho going to provide for the team? Sometimes, like, just providing competition on that side is good. Like, now he has Neto and Sancho in front of him, so Mudryk knows if I get a cameo, I have to do something. So, there you go. Yeah, but on the same hand, you never see a wonder save from Sanchez. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. He's not a good keeper. That's the thing. He's not a good keeper. And I think we all recognize that, right? But even like there are some shots that like you're like, okay, he probably could have saved that, or a better keeper could have saved that. As a shot, I don't think any keeper in the world would have saved that. And I think that's the difference between that shot and everything else. I'm be real with you. That's like the difference for me. Personally. All right, probably that's my thoughts on the game, and I just want to put this up here again, by the way, because I like again with this whole like media hype. Here, guys, look here. Here's our over bloated and 40-person squad. I updated this, by the way, so this is where we're at right now. This is missing 2 people, which is Neto and Felix, but even then, and Sancho, but even then, this squad is a lot lower than anything else than what they were saying. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. And then plus 26. Yeah, we have 26 people in the squad. And this is the 40-man squad. This is what people were making memes about the bus, memes about a ton of stuff. People were joking, people were talking a lot of smack, and guess what? The squad is cut down. We're at 26. We're at a 26-man squad.
Is Sancho on that list? I can't see.
Sancho? No, I said we're missing Felix,
about,
Neto, Sancho. Yeah. So with them we're at like 20, 28, I think. We're at a 28-man squad. Cassidy and Carney will be gone. No, Cassidy, a killer AMC. It was reported today that Cassidy and Carney will be reintegrated back into the squad. Even Hughes should have gotten double yellow for stopping Palmer clear to chain. Yeah, I think that's the thing that, like, again, this is what I hate about referees in the Prem. Like, I just hate it, is that Hughes got a yellow for pulling down Jackson on the same play in the first half. He does the same thing in the second half and doesn't get a yellow. How that makes sense? No idea. We should have kept Santos or Leslie. I think I agree. We should have kept one of those. I can't lie. Like with the way that the squad is going down right now with Lavia, like if we get an injury to Caicedo, our squad is looking spooky. I can't lie. Like everybody needs to be praying that Caicedo stays healthy. AR 40-man squad is looking good. That's what I'm saying. This is our big 40-man squad. Who is everybody? How is this possible? Hold up. Also, Andrew is not even on loan. I need to upgrade this. He's not even on loan. He just got straight sold. Am I not wrong? He just left. I don't think he got sold, but he just left on a free. But he's gone pretty much. Yeah, I'm saying they will probably be gone in January though. Yeah, I could see that. But again, even if they're gone in January, as of now, this is our squad. This massive 40-man squad, 50-man squad. Oh my god, y'all got like 60 million players. Yeah, okay, bro. Like it's such a tired narrative, and this is my problem. Like there are. And this is my problem, like with people go on shows like Never Pop, people go on the Football Terrace, they let rivals talk a ton of trash, they let rivals talk a ton of BS, and then they never rebut it. They just like let them say whatever they want, even if it's a lie. They don't even try to defend the club, and that's what pisses me off with some Chelsea fans, bro. Like you can't just let anybody just talk whatever shit they want on the club. Like
Not
at some
enough
point you gotta
passion,
grow
to be
some
honest.
balls. At some point you
Yeah,
gotta grow
exactly.
some balls and say something. Like how many players left in the squad? 27. We got yeah. Bring up Brighton squad. Yeah, Brighton squad is actually damn near 40 people, bro. But you're not gonna hear it because it doesn't. Again, it does not fit the narrative, bro.
It's also
It
because
does
we're
not fit.
Chelsea Football Club and the media hates us, so it was, expected anyway.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And again, hold up. I'm gonna stop sharing screen. But again, keep this in mind, people. When people saw, did we add Viega? Yeah, I think. Did we add Viega? Let's see. No, I don't think Viega's in here. Is he?
Nope.
Yeah,
Oh, he
Viega
is
is here.
in
He's
the
a
midfield.
midfielder
Yeah,
for whatever
yeah, he's
reason.
in.
Yeah, he's in the
Yeah, yeah.
midfield for whatever reason. But
Because his initial position is a CDM, I think.
mm-hmm. Yep. All right. This is another thing, by the way. Hold up. So, in the games that we have coming up, share screen. Where's it? Here it is. Wait, what is it? Only Matisse and Lowe's represent CFC properly with facts and banter. 100%, bro. 100%. Because it's the thing. Like, there are Chelsea fans who might lose their mind and then not spit facts and just get into arguments. But Matisse and Lewis tend to talk with a level head. They can banter back and they can be honest and truthful and they won't take any shit. And that's what I appreciate, bro. I think Lewis is and I think it's criminal that Lewis isn't at like 100K subscribers or something. Because I think he should be like the biggest voice, in my opinion, for the Chelsea fan base. I'm not gonna lie. Because he's not afraid to say it like it is. He'll call out whoever it is. Like he's not willing to accept BS when people try to propose it.
Yeah,
He is very
exactly. Him,
level-headed.
not Rory. Yeah, not
Yep,
Rory Jennings.
that clown, bro. They
But
back Carney Cassidy. We actually got 27 with Sancho Neto all together. That's what I'm saying. All together 27. Like that is way. That's exactly what it said. I think the aim was to get it to 25, 26. Wow, we're like 1 to 2 people over. Man, Chelsea are the creme de la creme of clickbait. Craig Burley has been doing it for years on ESPN. 100%, bro. Like the people on ESPN and ESPN FC like clowns, bro. No, Angelo got sold 23-year-olds. We got 27 players. Yep. And there's another thing, guys. By the way, so with the next 4 fixtures that we have, right? Bournemouth away, West Ham away, Brighton at home, Forest at home, and Liverpool away. In total, we got 4 points last season. So all we need to do is get 4 points in the next 5 matches, and that is better than what we got that Poch got us.
from that list, I think we can get at least 3 games, 1 out of 5, at least, minimum.
And
Yeah.
and that's what I'm saying though. Like this is why I believe in the players. I believe that the system is going to get us there, in terms of getting over what we got last season.
Yeah, because Maresca's actually a smart manager who actually sees what's going on. He's changing the badness that's happened in the
Mm-hmm.
in the lineup, in the formation, in the tactics, and that's what we're playing better each game. Like it will take time, but I see improvements every game by Maresca.
Yeah. Ahmed is also very level-headed. Yeah, full respect to Ahmed. He's 100% very level-headed. But the thing with Ahmed isn't very what you call it, like he doesn't like to fight with people a lot. Like he will get into fights with people, but sometimes like people take Ahmed's kindness as a sign that like they could just speak whatever BS they want in front of
And
him.
he laughs
And
it
like
off most
it's
of the time, anyways.
yeah, and like Ahmed speaks with a lot of facts, but because he doesn't yell, because he doesn't like tried to get into too much banter. People try to crash it on him. But bro, like Ahmed is very well spoken. Ahmed is very smart, bro. Like I think he's also a good representative. I only watch Never Foul when Jimmy or Joey's on there. The rest of the Chelsea fans that appear on there are not my cup of tea. I agree, bro. I can't lie. I agree. Like the thing is, for me, I think Don is gets like the being a fan. It gets him very biased. But I appreciate that though. Like I hate people who are like, anytime Don is happy about something, they try to crash on him. Bro, let a brother be happy. Like, what does it matter for you that Don is happy and he believes in our players, bro? I don't really care about that. Like, the only issue I have is when he starts saying things like we have like top 3 squad in the league or something, right? Like, then I'm like, okay, let's calm down, right? But I'm not gonna be like, oh, you're dumb, or I'm not gonna take, and this is what I have an issue too. Is like, I see a lot of people take like the craziest thing that Chelsea fans say and then think that the whole fan base says it. Like, it's crazy. We don't have representative at Sky. The way Lewis shut down Monza back again was legendary. Yeah, it was great, bro. Monza was like, no, but I'm not trying to hear that. And then Lewis was like, yeah, you just mute me then. Like, you don't gotta hear it. I think we get 9 out of 10 points. Don't know about West Ham and Liverpool. I agree. I don't know about Liverpool. I think is gonna be the most difficult one because this Liverpool team is cooking.
West Ham, we could beat West Ham. Like the game against City, the amount of gaps they left in defense is horrid. Like any team can get many chances against West Ham.
Yeah. I love Lewis, but it shows these days have panelists who just scream and yell, can have any meaningful discussion. Yeah. It's just difficult because I think people are very opinionated. And
Alex.
yeah. Alex likes to get into arguments, and especially when it's Alex versus Jimmy, bro. Like, it's just a scream
Oh
fest.
my days. Yeah, but last time Alex versus Jimmy. Oh my days.
Yeah,
That
bro.
was, like, so bad.
It's a lot. It's a lot. But again, like I think it's important to have people like Alex in the fan base because they offer a different opinion, and I think that's important. I just wish that
Yeah,
like
exactly.
the arguments wouldn't be literally every time on stream, right? So I get what EPL2 was saying.
Yeah.
Ziad is good too. He doesn't let other teams spread falses. Yeah, 100% Ziad is good too. But I guess I'm talking more about like the people who go on Never Found, like the bigger panel shows and stuff like that. Because it tends to just be the same rotating cast. Don is too excited, 100%. Don gets very excited, but as a fan, I understand him. You're like in the moment, like when Nani scored the hat trick, right? Like I would fight anybody that Nani's one of the best swingers in the Prem, right? And obviously your head cools down and you realize that that's not the case, but emotions get to you, man. Like
Yeah.
as a fan, if you aren't happy when your team's doing well, if you aren't happy when you win the game, I see people are like, oh, you're that happy that you beat this mighty Wolves team. Bro, my team scored 6 goals. I'm not gonna be happy. Like I hate people who try to like play happy police. Like, oh, you're not allowed to enjoy the victory. You're not allowed to be happy that your team won. Man, like the whole point of football is to enjoy it. Like if you're gonna be mad,
Yeah.
grumpy, and not even enjoy when your team wins, then I don't know why you're watching the sport, dog. Like, what's the whole point? You're gonna be
And
unhappy
be
when they
happy at the
win,
moment.
right? Like, yeah, be happy in the moment, then be level-headed, and don't miss the forest for the trees, but enjoy what you're seeing at the moment. Like, come on. We can win 4 out of 5. Liverpool will be the tough one, 100%. I think Bournemouth away, we can get a result. West Ham away, gonna be difficult, but I see it. Brighton, I 100% think that Brighton could be got at, especially with our attack. I think defensively, Brighton has looked a lot weaker than they have in other seasons. Forest, I think we can win against Forest. Liverpool is gonna be the most difficult by far. We never beat West Ham away, regardless of their form. Yeah, but we'll see. We'll see this season. I think West Ham hasn't been as good as people said they were going to be in the preseason on paper.
Same as Brighton, man. Like when Manchester United played against Brighton, the only
Mm-hmm.
way Brighton won the game is because Manchester United were clinical. That's the
Yeah.
only reason.
Mm-hmm. Jimmy blocked on me because I still think we need a striker. LOL, we do, and I don't care. See, the thing is, Kishan, like, I think that Jimmy is responding, like, Jimmy's trying to overcorrect. You see what I'm saying? Like, there are people who are like, Jackson's garbage, he's worth nothing, right? And Jimmy's arguing against those people, so he pulls it to the other extreme, When in reality, it's in the middle. Like, Jackson has good qualities, but we need a striker with a different profile than Jackson. I watched a Big Six Bands video and saw Fatur as a rep. I clicked off immediately. Completely understandable. Completely understandable. Why do we sell Angelo Gabriel? We sold Angelo Gabriel because we already have like potentially world class South American talents coming through the door. And Angelo Gabriel, like full respect to him, loved him as a player, is not going to be of that caliber, in my opinion. So to be fair, Jimmy knows how to handle Alex. Those who are hilarious. Yeah, they're hilarious. That's what I'm saying. Like, you need people like that in the famous. I think they're good for the panelists. I just think like having that every single stream is understandable. For example, why people might get tired of it. I think Jimmy thinks people have an agenda against Jackson rather than that's what I'm saying. Yeah, is he's fighting back against the agenda, so he's taking it to the other extreme. Right? He's pulling back against that. We hadn't beat Wolves in 5 years, so of course I'm gonna be happy about it. Yeah, so I'm saying like I'm allowed to be happy, but there are people who are like not allow you to be happy who try to police the way that you feel about it, bro. And like don't listen to them. I'm real with you. He'll get a strike rate only 19. Yes, but for example, Esteval and Paez are playing for their national teams. Like I love Angelo Gabriel. He's not getting the call up to the Brazilian national team, is he? There's levels to it. That's what I'm saying. There's levels. There's levels to it. Is he better than Nani and Paez or Esteval? If not, we can get profit. Let him go. Yep. If Angelo didn't want to go, we wouldn't have sold him. I hope he does well for himself. He will do well for himself. I 100% believe that he will do well for himself. I'm not worried at all. I'm not worried at all. I'm not. All right. Let's see. What else I have saved. Okay. Another thing about the game, by the way. Here, let me share my screen again. The tweet was talking about like last year in the 5 games that we have coming up, we only got 4 points out of those 5 games specifically. So if we get 4 points in the next 5 games, we will do better than we did last season. That's what that is trying to say.
Yeah.
Love Luis Sano just can't take gestures. Understandable. I can't lie, bro. Anyways, there's another stat today. We entered the final third, the opposition final third 78 times. We only managed to do that 1 time under Pochettino. Again, this is why I am very positive about, the season coming up. I'm very, very positive about it. And also just quickly, there's another thing that I want to talk about, right? Is we have seen a lot of we should be getting 6 points from the next 2 matches anyways. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. But under Pochettino, we didn't do that. Like that's the thing. The next 2 matches, we did not get 6 points. And that's what that tweet is basically saying. Like in the next 5 games that we have coming up, last season we heavily underperformed in those games, if you want to look at it that way. And then this time we have the chance to be a lot better. Okay, so all right, cool. So there was this tweet. Let me see. All right, Neil Barnett. Here it is. Boom. So We're the Shed said that we need like a non-ultra style singing section, etc. Whatever. Then this guy Neil Barnett said Stamford Bridge needs a team of players the supporters can engage with. What does that mean, bro? Like, what do you mean by that? You feel me? Like, what is he trying to say with that? I think I know what he's trying to say with that. For me personally, he's trying to say, this. I think he's trying to say this. I ain't gonna lie. Because I think we've seen. Yo, Baylor, what's good, man? I think we've seen that there is a portion of the fan base who are just not going to accept the players that we have, bro. I'm not gonna lie. There is a lot of like racial undertones, bro, in the type of stuff. Like I know that's the thing. I know exactly what he's trying to say. But some people try to act like, oh, I have no clue what they're saying, right? So again, and that comes up to another thing that I want to talk about, which really pissed me off, right? Is like I think our team has been on the end of a lot of BS, bro. A lot of BS. Exactly. He wants 11 Gallaghers in order to support Chelsea, bro. Sarsler, exactly. Like, look at the team that won us the Champions League, bro. Let's be real. Our first Champions League. The team that we won a ton of Prems under. And that's the type of stuff that they're saying. Let me see. There's another one from Chelsea Fan Accountability. All right. I don't know if you guys saw this video, but I'm going to play it for you. Let me know if you can hear the audio. You should. But this also pissed me off, right? This TikTok.
Since Chelsea signed Noni Madueke on the 20th of January 2023, we've never been the same. This was Chelsea before. Smiles, happiness, giggles, laughter, haha. The boys chilling, sensible vibes. Look at the focus in this squad here. And there he is. Everything started to change. He slowly built his way into the team. Here, he quite hasn't got a hold on the Mandem. But here it is. A year later, summer tour. Look at him in the middle. Double P sign up. Everyone around him obeying their master. Look how Noni poses in this one. One of those peace poses. Compare this to Ben Chilwell. Cheese. And the person who's been influenced the most is Mykhailo Mudryk. Have you seen Mykhailo Mudryk's last 24 hours?
Hold up, I have to mute it here because he's playing a song.
Mudryk here being coddled by Ben Chilwell. Noni Madueke knew the whole time I've got to get to him. And now with this all day, baby. We're this all day. Rocking do-rags. Certified roadman now. Certified roadman. That's it. If you step on the wrong side of Noni Madueke, you're having this sight at your front door. Hoods up. They're coming for you, mate. Mudrik's no more Mr. Nice Guy. He's a...
Okay, like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, for me, bro, like, that's just a racial stereotype, bro. Like, you see a black player going like this, you see anybody doing like that, like, you're just being racist, bro. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, you see black players come into the squad and you're like, oh, again, they're like, oh, they're having very sensible fun. That's the word that he used at the beginning. They're being very sensible.
The boys chilling, sensible vibes.
Sensible vibes. What does that mean? Again, think about that. If he's saying that's sensible vibes, then that means that he feels like Nani is not a sensible person. What is that saying about what he thinks about our black players? And this is my issue, and this is exactly what I said with the whole Enzo thing, right? With the whole Enzo thing and the way that our black players were treated by the media. Again, Fofana got literal gorilla monkey emojis under his tweets, bro. He got people just straight up saying the N-word under his posts after what happened with Enzo, right? The club didn't protect them. Enzo faced nothing. What does that mean? When people see that a famous public figure could just be racist and there's no consequences, other people just do that at the same time, right? And my thing is this, right? Indeed, this is exactly what I mean, right? The first time you say a joke, I'm gonna take it as a joke, right? But when you have white people, right, start to run the joke into the ground, I'm no longer gonna think it's a joke. I'm gonna think you're just being racist. You're just laughing at them. And this is my thing. For example, I'm not like, oh, you can't make jokes about this. It's too woke or whatever. You go on my last stream or one of the transfer stream that I did. I was literally joking. I was making jokes about like Latinos hopping the border, right? Like, I'm not like, oh, like let's be woke or whatever type of person. You feel me? But at the end of the day, like at some point you have to realize that some people aren't laughing with you. They are laughing at you, right? And you look at a famous comedian, for example, that people like Dave Chappelle, right? The Dave Chappelle show. Dave Chappelle stopped, literally, he said, I stopped doing the Dave Chappelle show when I realized that white people were laughing at me. They were not laughing with me. They were just laughing because I was portraying a comical version of what it means to be black. And with this, right? And with us being called like Mandem FC, right? At the beginning, it might have been like, yeah, a joke, right? Just a little comment. But people are now running it into the ground. He literally said, oh, watch out. Nani is going to pull up to your house, hood up. Nani's a football player, bro. Just because he wants to do this or he wants to do this or whatever he wants to do, right? However he wants to represent himself, however he wants to be goofy, however he wants to dress, you're just going to assume things about him. And this is my issue with the fan base as a whole, because Chelsea fans do it to our own team, and then there are other people who are racist that are okay. Let's just continue joking about that. Whereas for me personally, it's not correct. I don't care what you have to say. Like Nani's like a regular dude. All right, let me see the comments, bro. Let me see the comments. It's like to forget that a lot of yep, and not just white. It's one of our 3 white stars being racist, not enough. Yep. Chelsea fans, some fans being racist, which I don't understand considering. Exactly. Is this guy trolling? Adam, unfortunately, he's not trolling, bro. And there's a lot of videos that are like, it's like, oh, Chelsea's Mandem FC. I saw somebody say Crystal Palace versus Chelsea was gonna be a turf war, bro. Like at that point, it's you're just like, that's not a joke, bro. Like, you're a white person saying this, bro. Like, you're just being racist. I'm so sorry. He's mad that Nani got aura. Definitely got bullied by the Mandem. Yep. God forbid a player known to be a character is liked in the locker room. Exactly. And people want to copy him. Crazy, bro. Crazy idea that people might want to do that. He's basically saying we got too many black players without saying that. He's not slick. That's what I'm saying. Why can't people just view each other? That's what I'm saying. Like, Nani he can't be characteristic. He can't be loud. He can't be flamboyant. He can't speak a certain way. He can't say a certain thing. Or otherwise, he's Mandem. He's from the ends. Why do you assume that about him? And again, that's why I love this account, Chelsea Fan Accountability. Chelsea don't have racist fans. I love Drogba and Stick for Kalu. I have black mates. I just wish Chelsea had more English players in the squad. The more you ignore the microaggressions, the subtle racism in the fan base, the more you empower freaks like this. That's my exact point. This is why I have had to make it a point in this stream to specifically call this out. Because people, again, at the first time, you could say it's a joke, right? And it depends on who's saying it. But with the words that he used, again, sensible. Nani's gonna come hood up to your house to do what? Nani, the $1 million footballer, right? He's making way more than you've made in your entire life. He's gonna come to your house with the hood up to do what? To do what? Like, at that point, you have to realize you're just being racist, bro. Like, you're saying he's black and he speaks a certain way, dresses a certain way, so he's going to pull up to my house with the hood up. What, bro? All these people are the same people begging for Osimhen as well. Racists make no, they don't, bro. They don't. Benefit of the doubt, that's what I'm saying. Not he went to private school. Exactly. He ain't the thug people. Exactly, bro. But I personally enjoyed the little man of CJ where it's come from the black community because and that's my exact point, bro. And that's exactly what I said. For example, in the other stream, right? I was making jokes about Latinos hopping the border, about ha ha ha, look at this, it's funny, right? Because it's coming from me. I'm Latino, right? I'm an immigrant. I came to the U.S. I can make jokes like that, and it's not mean spirited, right? I'm not racially assuming that every Latino is going to be this or that. And this is what I mean exactly about Optimus Prime. So a white guy can do the peace sign, and he's like, "Oh, it's so cool, it's so chill, it's sensible vibes." Nani does it, and he literally said, "Oh, like they're all around the master, bro." Like listen to the words he's using,
The
bro.
Manda. But here it is. A year later, summer tour. Look at him in the middle. Double peace sign up. Everyone around him obeying their master.
Like that's not weird to you. Like these words that he's saying is not weird to y'all, and that's what I mean. Like the more you just ignore it, and it's like it's very subtle. But if you pay attention, you see what he's trying to say. But at the same time, there's a certain extent, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying with the Dave Chappelle shit. Dave Chappelle made a ton of jokes that a lot of people, that some people might consider in bad humor, right? But they were funny. Why? Because he's black. He's speaking from a point of experience, right? He's trying to say something in a funny way. But once you start having people start laughing at you and not with you, that's when the joke is no longer funny, D. That's what I'm saying. I personally, yeah, I thought the jokes, like the first time it came about, okay, yeah, ha, it was funny, right? We have a lot of black players. They have dreads, whatever, right? You could say that. You could say that comment. I don't really think two ways about it. But once we start hearing it again and again and again and again, once people start running the joke into the ground, it's no longer funny. It's no longer lighthearted. You're just perpetrating racial stereotypes. They just feel insecure because of how he looks, how he dresses, just because he's black. Exactly. Who gives a fuck where the players are from? When will they celebrate the struggles? That's it. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But he's literally like, oh, Nani's going to pull up to your house and do this. And I know for a fact that there's a lot of people maybe that are watching the stream that are going to disagree with me. I know I'm probably going to somehow end up losing subscribers or getting dislikes of the video. But for me, like, this is important to say, bro. Because I've been stereotyped too before, bro. It's the thing. Like, there used to be a thing called stop and frisk in New York, where if a police just had a suspicion that you were doing something wrong, they were able to stop you and just search you and just frisk you, bro. And you could be doing absolutely nothing. Just absolutely nothing. And guess who ended up getting stopped the most? Black and Latino people. Why? Because when you allow people to racial stereotype, guess who's gonna end up on the half suffering? And even when I went to school, I went to a private school too, and I was listening to Spanish music, and people were like, "Oh, you're listening to Mexican music, bro? I'm not even Mexican." But that's just the assumption that they made, bro. And that's what I'm saying. It's messed up. And people, and even one time I was in school and somebody said, "Oh, don't worry about it. You're one of the good ones." Like, come on, bro. At that point, like, it's not even subtle anymore. You see what I'm saying? Nani grew up Porsche. Yep. He's trying to make it sound like Nani's from Top Boy. That's what I'm saying, bro. But if it was Nani or the rest of the man, I'll laugh out because at the same time, I have to embrace for from Chelsea fans, but get used to it. Like when Sancho was making a joke with Sterling during the Euros. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, again, all of this has to be taken in context because these type of jokes is funny when you know it's coming from a place of actual comedy. It's coming from goodwill, right? But when you listen to the words that he's saying, you can't tell me that he's not coming. He's saying, oh, look, they're being very sensible, right? Nani comes in, we're no longer sensible, right? He said, "Oh look, they're all around. They're obeying their master, bro." Like, come on, listen to these words, bro. Even at the end, he's like, "Oh, don't worry, Nani's going to pull up to your house, hood up."
Step on the wrong side of Noni Madueke, you're having this sight at your front door. Hoods up, they're coming for you, mate.
What do you mean hoods up? They're coming for you. He's a footballer. He went to a private school, bro. Like again, like you're just making an assumption, bro. Exactly. He's trying to be sarcastic, but the sarcasm doesn't work because he's literally just like he's just being racist, but he doesn't even get it. It's different when your own people do it because they understand. That's what I'm saying. It's different when you do it within your own people or even within your own friend group because you understand if you're doing within your own friend group. Okay, he's not coming from a mean place. He's just making a joke. You feel me? But like to a certain extent, like we can't just. Nani doesn't know you, bro. You don't know Nani. You're just making assumptions, bro. Bro, I love your passion on the subject. Literally just subscribe. DJ Onyx, I appreciate it, man. I'm a black South African and no lies, man. I'm really enjoying Man FC shit. No lies, been Chelsea in 03. That's what I'm saying. Like part of what makes Chelsea like the Chelsea that I grew up with, bro. Like again, I wasn't alive in the 90s, dog. Like I grew up with Chelsea and Chelsea had a ton of black players killing it. That's the reason that we won Premier League. That's the reason why we won Champions League, bro. Like for me, part of Chelsea's history in my lifetime has been black players, African players, bro. And that's why for me, I see stuff like this and it's like, yeah, bro, like I don't want our team. Like I think, yeah, like the jokes is funny. That's what I'm saying. Like if you want to call us Man Them FC, if you want to say that, we have a ton of people that are cool with each other, a ton of people that are fly, that's a lot different. But when you start going to this type of stuff, it's no longer a joke. This dude is just using the joke to get off his racism. Do you get what I'm saying? Like the joke has been co-opted. It's no longer what it was once at the beginning. And that's my issue. Like when people take a joke to the extreme, that's when I have to call it out. Like I didn't like the Man Them FC stuff. Yeah, like you said, it was funny at the beginning, bro. Some people enjoy it, yeah, because it's cool. Because we have a team that Like we have a team of cool players, if you want to look at it that way, right? But this guy is not taking it that way. That's not his point of the video.
RSM, we got some positivity. We reached 500 subscribers
We reached
just now.
500 subscribers.
Yep.
Yo, I appreciate it, guys. I can't believe we reached 500 subscribers during this rant. Yo, but I appreciate everybody in here. Thank you. I appreciate everybody that's been watching the stream since day one. I appreciate everybody. That's awesome, bro. 500 subscribers. We're halfway to 1,000, and now the channel could be monetized, so we can do a lot. I think now I have the ability to do like more than 2 streams a day. I think I have like unlimited streams now. So a lot of
Yeah.
stuff has been unlocked, and I really appreciate everybody subscribing and liking. I appreciate it. uh Getting followed in stores, people not wanting to rent apartments to you, etc. Yeah, exactly. Like these type of people, right? There's a problem when they think like this. If they grow up and they are in positions of power, right, or they have an apartment building, right, they're gonna see a guy, for example, dressed like Nani, who could be in a part, bro. The dude could be studying to be a lawyer, but just because he speaks and dresses like Nani, he's gonna be like, oh, this guy's going to bring bad people around the apartment building, whatever. But that's not at all the case because they have these assumptions in their mind and they never get called out. And again, if we don't shame these people, they're never going to learn. They're gonna keep thinking it's okay to think like this. At a certain point, public shame is one of the best deterrents for people being racist, bro. This was all nations are racist, not Argentina. Yeah, 100%, bro. It's not just Argentina. It's not, and this is my whole point. It's not just Argentina. He needs to educate himself. There's more to people than this. He looks old enough to know better. Hope he figures it out. Yep. It's very clear boundaries. If you're with friends and you know it's clearly a joke, it's fine. When you don't know they're personally posting it to the public, it's bad. Exactly. Like if you're within a friend group and you guys want to have these type of jokes, and everybody in the friend group is okay with it, then yeah, you can make these type of jokes, bro. If everybody's okay with it, if nobody, again, like if you're not hurting anybody, it is what it is, bro. But Nani doesn't know you, and you're doing this publicly, and you're talking about Chelsea again. He's a Chelsea fan. He said our team. Why are you talking about our team like this, bro? I don't think anybody in our team is going to show up to. I don't think Nani's going to show up to my house with the hood up and be dangerous or anything, bro.
Yeah, no one will because they're professionals. Like it's all fucking racial slurs. Like I don't know why it's happening in our
That's what I'm
club,
saying.
especially for all these years.
And I'm sure the old fucks will really take what he's saying seriously. And it's the thing is like I'm like there are older people in the fan base who not only like will take what he's saying seriously, they believe what he's saying, bro. They really think that like the black players who speak a certain way and dress a certain way in our team, like are just not good people. They're like, oh, the mentality isn't there. They aren't proper Chels. And again, it goes back to the other tweet that I had on screen, right? Where this guy's saying right here, where this guy's saying that we need players at the bridge that the fans can relate to. Like, what do you mean by that, bro? Like, what do you even mean by this? Stanford Bridge is the team of players that supporters can engage with. Like,
I don't know what he means by that.
that's what I'm saying. Like, people say, like, I don't know what that means, but that I know what he means, bro. This is exactly what he means, bro.
Yeah.
Again, 15 Gallagher's, bro, and it's messed up to me. I hope TD doesn't go to our rival things. Yep. He's an example of someone who can make the joke in this context. I agree. Like, there are a lot of people who can make the joke in this context, bro. Especially from the UK, especially if you're black, bro. Like, I know it doesn't come from a place of you trying to belittle like black people in the UK, bro. Especially if they're from the ends, right? Like, it's not that same way. That's what I'm saying. Like, I live in my, I guess I live, I don't. It's like a bit different, but I live like in a big city in like the poor area, and this big city has a lot of crime, bro. It's like, and there are people who make assumptions about me. There are people who make assumptions about the city. There are people, and like, yeah, like there's crime. Yeah, there's people who sell drugs, and like obviously it's a bit different in the U.S. because there's like guns and stuff, and there's like gun culture and stuff like that. But like even then, bro, like not everybody here is like that, bro. Not everybody here is about that life. Some people are just trying to live regular life. Big 500. Thank you, everybody. Road to 1K. Big 500. Yeah, thank you, AMC. I appreciate it. Check Dodgers, what Nani said. I will check that right now then. Let's see.
And also, it's the same as like, for instance, I grew up in South London in a black community most of the time, and
Mm-hmm.
like it would be a joke to say once, "Oh, Mandem FC," like it's a joke because we're a London team, right? But
Yeah.
just these comments about like, "Oh, he was come up to your house, hood up." Like, what the fuck does that mean, man? That's like,
Yes.
in my opinion, that's unacceptable for us as fans, and treating them as professionals, especially they're playing, being streamed everywhere, and we're just, giving racial slurs. I don't think it's good enough by our fans.
Exactly. Big up on the 5 bags. I appreciate it. Modern day Chelsea fans should know that this don't slide. We have a huge African following and have legends like Drogba, Essie, and Makalele. Yep, exactly. What blows my mind about this is it's this serious to him. He made a video about it and he posted it to make himself look cool, but shaming black players on the team just made him look like an idiot. And he's a Chelsea fan, bro. And this video got a ton of likes on TikTok, bro. It like low key kind of blew up, and a lot of it is rival fans be like, haha, yeah, bro, Mandem FC, ha ha ha. Like, bro, like that's what I mean. Like at that point, they're not laughing at the joke. They're just laughing at our team. They're laughing at our players. Like they're ridiculing our players. And this Chelsea fan is giving them a platform to ridicule our players. And I'm just not going to allow that, bro. Like I'm not going to allow them to just make fun of our players, bro. I'm so sorry. What's crazy is that tweet said they aren't English players in this team. Nani and Reese are English, but they don't count because the face don't fit. Yep, and I even have and I'll bring it up because I saved a Lewis tweet because Lewis is also a focal point for this type of stuff because guess what? He's a Chelsea fan. He's black, bro. So he gets a lot of this BS as well. Um, let me see if I can find it, bro, because it was really upsetting, bro. Let me see. Carefree
The most
Lewis.
upsetting thing is that the rest of the fans, like us, like we are getting also this type of like hate towards because
Mm-hmm.
we are Chelsea fans and our club has very racist people, especially older people. But what can we do? Like,
Yep. They need to do something to scapegoat us. They're not doing well, so now they want to blame it on bringing in black people. Stupid, yo. Like for example, I'm ginger white with a friend group full of Indians, Africans, and all joke and laugh at our races with bland food, etc., etc. But it's okay because we're friends. If not, don't. Exactly, bro. It's the same thing, bro. I'm in a friend group with literally from everybody with every imaginable race, from every imaginable background, with every imaginable like disparity in terms of money, right? And bro, like we all make jokes, but we all know each other, but we know it's coming from a place of just of joking with each other. Like it's all love at the end of the day. But when you're saying it to random players on your own team and you're allowing like rival fans to ridicule our players, bro, then you're like I said, you're not laughing with us, you're laughing at us. And that's the difference where I don't like it. Yo, Varna, big up, man. This guy racist banned them and then he should not come back again. Yeah, but again, like the club already shows that they're not willing to do that type of stuff. I reckon he worded it wrong, and especially because he don't even know what he's talking about. He's just trying to fit in and bust jokes when no one invited him. That's what I'm saying, bro. He don't know. He's not from. He doesn't understand, bro. Like he's not from the culture. He's not with the culture. So you're not allowed to make jokes about the culture. You feel me? Like, and it's not saying that you can't make jokes about a culture without being from that culture, but it's the way that you do it, right? And the way that he's doing it is not correct. And again, if people are trying to say like, "Oh, you're woke," like, what's the problem with this, etc., etc. Again, Dave Chappelle. Nobody's gonna say Dave Chappelle is woke, right? But Dave Chappelle stopped doing the Dave Chappelle show because he said, I realized that white people are just laughing at me. They're not laughing with me. They're laughing at black people, and I'm letting them laugh at black people. So he stopped doing the Dave Chappelle show. At a certain point, anyways, look what Lewis got, right? So Lewis said, well, they are. So he said, well, they are. Stop the anti-English tirade you're always on. He said, Cole Palmer, Reece James, Levi Cole, Nani Madueke. Now piss off with your claims that I'm anti-English just because I don't rate the Roadrunners you love sucking off. Or are they not English enough for you? Think we know why you like those four. Blatant racism yet again.
okay, what the fuck?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like,
That's
and
just too far.
as I was saying, and then he said, explain how liking these English players is racist. Is it because they have other cultural backgrounds and you don't like that? That's like my point. Lewis gets this all the time, bro. He gets it all the time.
Now the way he said that, oh, why
I'm like, huh?
why you like those four is horrific. Like that's such
Think we know why?
racism.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, he's and like Lewis just named those four as English players on the team that he supports because the claim was, oh, you're anti-English. He's like, no, I'm
Yeah.
not. I support English players. And he's like, I think I know why you like this for. Like in this, by the way, in this context, he's the one who's bringing up race. Lewis is not bringing up race. Lewis is bringing up the fact like I support English players in Chelsea. Like the fact that I'm
Yeah.
anti-English is not true. And this guy's like, I think I know you why you like this for. Like, bro, come on, bro, stop, stop. Like Lewis did not bring up race. He did not bring up color. You did, you dickhead. The racial going on in this fan base is correct. That's what I'm saying, and it's an issue because then other rival fans come in and then they try to chat shit to us too. And it's
Hmm.
upsetting, bro. It's upsetting because our players deserve respect. Like as much as people might not want to talk about it, like our players deserve respect. Like they are human beings, and they represent Chelsea Football Club. And as long as you represent Chelsea Football Club, right, and you are an upstanding human being, I'm always gonna support you. I'm always gonna try to back you. You feel me? Like as a person, I'm not gonna say like if you perform stinkers on the pitch, I'm not gonna back you, right? But just as a person. For example, like yeah, I did not like Gallagher, but am I gonna go after Gallagher as a person? Bro, I don't know. I got nothing against Gallagher as a person. He ain't say nothing. But for example, Lukaku, bro, he acted like a rat. He went on an interview and chat shit on the club. I don't respect that as a person. You get what I'm saying? Like there are levels to it. There are 100% levels to it. We like players for the players that we like players who are white. Simple as that. Yup. They don't count Cole Palmer as white because he's Caribbean, so they don't see any white English players starting for us now that Gallagher is gone. Yeah, probably. And they're also probably pissed about Chilwell too.
Yeah, exactly.
I wonder if this was a thing if these players were on other teams. That's what I'm saying. KDH is white. Oh, exactly, bro. They like missed a big word, bro. It is what it is, man. Like, also look at this. Oh, bro, I didn't even see this. Hold up, let me bring this back up, right? So then Chelsea fan accountability, which is a great Twitter page, bro. I would 100% follow. But look at this guy. This guy in 2023 said these Chelsea fans are not English, just saying American idiots, African experts, and foreign tools. Like, come on, bro. I know what type of person you are saying this.
And saying this online is even worse. Like, keep your opinion to yourself. Like, if you're racist, keep it to yourself. But just doing it on social media is just sick, to be honest.
Oh yeah, 100% Z. And again, it 100% has to do with them being young as well. 100%. And again, like that's why a lot of them they have a problem with Nani, but they don't have a problem with Reece James because Reece James for them is like proper, right? Like he doesn't speak out, he doesn't have a huge personality, like he's like more quiet, right? He doesn't have any of the stereotypes that they deem as like not desirable, as not okay. But Nani does, so they try to crash it on Nani for being mandem, bro. Like, come on, man. Nani went to a private school. It's obvious that's why the impatience they're showing right now is just because their favorite white English player is not in the squad. Remember how much patience they had for both Potter and Lampard, bro? Yeah, because like, how did they bring in this championship manager? Yeah, because Lampard definitely had the credentials, bro. Like, street smarts, we know better how to act. Exactly, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of these people, they're not gonna say this to somebody to their face. I already know that for a fact, bro. I know for a fact. That's why I like a lot of these comments too. Like I've been on other people's channels and I see comments trying to say something to me, and I'm just like, bro, I know they wouldn't say it to my face. Like there's like 1% of people that would say to my face what they say online, and that's why like these people hide behind the anonymity of being online. So if you want to be online and chat shit, I'm gonna argue with you because I like I said I respect Ahmed, right? But sometimes people like chat absolute like just absolute trash in the chat and think I'm not gonna respond. And because it's Ahmed channel, I respect his views, so I'm not gonna argue on the channel because he doesn't like to argue with the comments. But bro, I'm gonna argue with the comments, bro. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if a racist shows up in the chat right now, I'll argue with him. They like frame one. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, well, yep, bro. There are many white English Chelsea fans who don't agree with the race house. Yep. That's when saying trust the process became a PTSD for me. Yep. Did you see Lewis Cook Bobby shit view earlier today? Where was that, Jonathan? Because I'm gonna watch that then after the stream ends. I watched him stream. Angelo Gabriel, he had to go. I watched him for England. Can't even start for his new club. Yeah, he can, bro. That's what I'm saying. But again, nothing against Gallagher as a person, but as a footballer, bro, he's just not technical. People are all talk, man. Confrontation through communication is the way people learn. Yep. Yep. But yeah, that's about it on this topic. That's all I wanted to say on this topic. I just wanted to approach the topic because I think it's important to call this type of stuff out. Because like it said on Chelsea fan accountability, if you don't call these freaks out, bro, they're gonna keep feeling 100% safe to just keep doing this type of stuff. That I feel like making a CCX account, just be in the streets and let's see who's really bad at, like, to really test their gangster. That's why I made this channel, bro. Honestly, that's why I interact with the chat because I want to see people's views. And again, if I don't agree with you, we can discuss, we can argue. Always keep it respectful. But for me personally, like, I got tired of seeing people just chat absolute shit everywhere online, bro. Especially
Yeah,
like
keyboard warriors.
exactly, and like he not only keyboard warriors, and then there's actual idiots like Rory Jennings, bro. And at a certain point, I'm like, people need to start talking sense, bro. Like people need to start talking sense. So blinded they can't understand a press version with bad first touch, can't start a midfield that needs to work in tight spaces with good passing range. Yep. And they're chanting Conor Gallagher. They're like, do. Also, again, but to get back to a bit of news, right? To get back to a bit of news. It was on tweet today, like 20 hours ago. Okay. All right, to get back to a bit of news, by the way, Chelsea are not at risk of being excluded from European competitions by UEFA if they are found to have breached financial rules, according to financial expert Stephen Borson. And again, this was pretty much said, bro. This was pretty much said. Like, I was not at all worried to like I just wasn't worried about this. Like people were like scaremongering, like you saw titles like Chelsea at risk of being banned by UEFA, bro. It's not happening, bro. Like you can say whatever you want about Clear Lake, but when it comes to money, bro, they don't play about their money. They've shown themselves to be very competent businessmen. We want to talk about football direction. That's a whole different conversation I'm willing to have, but
Yeah,
I'm not willing to hear that this club has been poorly run financially by them. I'm not gonna hear it, bro. This window, by the way, like I said, this window, if Everton buy Broya, we'll have made 10 million net profit, bro. When is the last time we have made net profit in a transfer window as Chelsea Football Club, bro?
maybe like 2019,
Like
something like that.
Yeah, but like again, that was under way different circumstances, to be honest.
Yeah,
Just like a
exactly.
regular window.
Hmm.
Yep. I ain't even trying to watch this rubbish international break, barring Mudrik. D, if I'm gonna be doing a watch song on my channel of Ecuador versus Brazil, it's going to be Pies versus Esteval watch. Pies versus Esteval
Oh,
watch. If you want to come
that's
through,
gonna be an
bro.
interesting game.
Yeah, it's gonna be a super interesting game. Like I said, Pies versus Esteval watch. We will be there. I went to the bridge last year, and let me tell you, the atmosphere is trash. I think about overweight people in church is definitely not a vibe, man. That's what I'm saying. Like me personally, like if I went to the bridge, I'm losing my voice. I'm letting you guys know right now, I'm losing my voice. Like I lost my voice in the Manchester United versus Chelsea game. I lost my voice. Like I literally screamed so loud, I lost my voice, and especially like screaming, celebrating, bro. I yelled "Let's go" so loud, I like felt blood in my throat, bro. Like I was going crazy. No, I went crazy. Are you kidding me? Like we somehow won that
Yeah,
game. I was going insane. That's what I'm saying. Like it's
the
insane to me
last
that
minute goal, man. Palmer's
last
shot.
minute
That
goal.
was like the greatest thing I've seen in like a couple of years from the Champions League.
Yeah, but yeah, keep it G. I feel like our owners are going to really shut up a lot of haters in the coming years. Yep. When's that? I think it's this Friday. No, I can look it up for you. Give me a second. I'm pretty sure it's this Friday. Yeah, it's September 6th at 9 p.m. So yeah, that's Friday, September 6th, 9 p.m. EST. I don't know what that would be for British time. I'm gonna be with you,
I think
but I know it's gonna
Saturday.
be
That'll be
early
Saturday
as
morning.
Saturday in the morning for you guys. It's gonna be Saturday in the
Yeah,
morning for you guys,
but
but
we
it
will
is
be
going
there
to
as
be.
well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people won't be there, but I will be doing it. It's gonna be Pies versus SFI Watch. It's gonna be good, bro. It's going to be a very interesting game. But yeah, let me see if there's any other more breaking news, because usually like some news drops at this time. Yeah, it seems like nothing new, nothing crazy.
The big question is Esteval gonna start for Brazil? I
No,
think Pires will start, but
Pies
I
is
think
yeah, Pies
Esteval
is a
comes on
guaranteed
the.
starter.
Yeah,
I tried to even the see if I can get a short with Pies on the back out here where I live. Baylor, where do you live, bro? If you send me the money, I can get it for you, bro. Cause I'm literally Ecuadorian, so I have family. I could literally have my family get the shirt and send it, and then I could send it over to you. I'll be real with you. We could talk on Twitter after this. We could talk on Twitter. You can speak on Twitter after this. But yeah, I could definitely get you one. So it is 2 a.m. Yeah. I don't give a rat's ass about color these players are if they perform bad. Like, yeah, exactly. But that's what I'm saying, Varna. There are some people like you who don't care about the color of the player. They care about the performance. But there are other people who, regardless of the performance, have an agenda on players because of their race. And that's where the issue is. Paz is looking amazing, man. I've been watching some Ecuadorian football channels and they all talk about him. We have a gem in our hands. 100%, bro. Not anybody is able to just start at his age for Ecuador. And again, when he was 16, this was 1 whole year ago, pretty much over a year ago. He debuted against Uruguay, got an assist, and left Ugarte in the dust, bro. This is a teenage boy. He left Ugarte in the dust, bro, eating grass. I'm not lying. You guys can look it up. Ecuador versus Uruguay. Look at Kennedy Pye's highlights. He left Ugarte in the dust, bro. Yep. Brazil. Yep. It's gonna be a great game, bro. But again, Brazil, it's gonna be an interesting game. And I'm gonna do, I think, let's see, what day is it today? What, Tuesday? Either Wednesday or Thursday, I'm going to be doing a preview stream for Ecuador versus Brazil with Will from Football Carnage. So we're going to go live and we're going to do a preview stream of Ecuador versus Brazil, talking about it because obviously Brazil is in a difficult time. Ecuador just got a new manager off the back of the Copa America. We got some players coming back, like Estupiñán is coming back. So there's a lot. Yep, there's a lot. If there's a way you can ship it, my family, I'm visiting them this December for the month. We'll have to sort out in DMs this December. Yeah, bro. By December we can definitely get it sorted out. Don't even worry about it, bro. I watched that game. Pies smoke Ugarte and Valverde. That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm not worried about Pies, bro. It's gonna be fine. What is Ecuador's second game? It's against Peru in Ecuador. So like they're gonna eat, bro. This is probably the worst Peru of like the last 20 years, and it's not even close. This current Peru is beyond washed, brother. It's disgusting. But yeah, after Brazil, it's Peru. Valverde and Ugarte couldn't deal with Paz that game. They were getting absolutely dominated by Caicedo Paz that game. It was bad, bro. It was for them, not for us, but it was bad for them. Yeah. So September 10th is going to be the Ecuador versus Peru game. But yeah, Brazil, Ecuador, Saturday 2 in the morning for UK time, Friday at 9 p.m. for East Coast people. Ugarte will flop in Man U. Yeah, I don't know why people are like, oh, Ugarte is going to save us. Ugarte is going to do this. But Ugarte ain't going to do shit, bro. He's just another runner in midfield. I don't know what you want. I don't know what you want. You need to tell me Chelsea have Ugarte's kryptonite in our ranks. The United games will be mad. 100%, bro. I don't know. I don't know if you guys saw that too, but it was I think the Carabao Cup literally posted about Kendry Pies, bro, that he's going to be playing next year. And it's like, that's crazy, bro. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. There's not a lot of news. I think I went over everything I wanted to go. Again, it's going to be quiet because of the international break. Um, so the Peru games are more favorable. I'm also going to be streaming the Peru game, by the way. I'm going to be streaming those games. I'm going to leave like the other streams for the other Chelsea players in Europe to other people, but I will be streaming those games for us. I think Anselmino, I don't think he got the call up this time, but he's not far from it. I think he was on the list to be considered, by the way. So man, you need a technical ball in midfield and got guards. That's what I'm saying, bro. It's just another runner. Any update on Gusto James? Yeah, so Gusto, and if you're asking in terms of timeline, we have gotten no update in terms of timeline. Let me find it for you for a second, right? Give me a second, I'll find it for you, Varno.
James is apparently maybe not ready for like full training until like 2 weeks apparently.
Yeah,
So
he's
he
out
might miss
for a
again.
while. Here, I got this for you.
Yeah.
Okay, here you go, Varno. Reece James is unlikely to be. Hold up, my bad. All right, Reece James is unlikely to be fit enough to start against Chelsea, the next opponent, Bournemouth. He is still thought to be a couple of weeks away from returning to full training. So you see that? So again, Reece is just like out for probably the next 2 to 3 weeks. I'm thinking. So he's gonna miss Bournemouth and he's gonna come back the week after that. So like I said, 2 to 3 weeks. 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah, then Malagusto.
And then the Malagusto one is like literally right under that. But this doesn't have a timeline. This is the thing. This one doesn't have a timeline. But just Malagusto has withdrawn from the France under 20 because of a thigh injury. But it's not giving us a timeline on this. So again, we don't know. We don't know. My friend told me Chelsea had a Man U and he's a Man U fan. I think Man United fans finally after these first couple of games kind of saw their level. Like they're not scoring goals this season. I'm real with you. Like we're getting to see how many careers end next year with Pies and Esteban breaking ankles, bro. It's going to be movies. I'm telling you, it's gonna be great. I also go to about tweaks. I didn't again, Killer MC. I don't know about the timeline. I haven't seen any tweet that says the event time. Jay needs to fix up, bro. We need him to show Trent Alexander-Arnold levels. That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm still holding on to the fact when fit, Reece James top right back in the world. I don't care what anybody has to say, bro. I know what I've seen from my captain. Caicedo should play there. He probably will. Which if Lavia comes back, we could see Caicedo right back, inverting in the midfield. With Lavia and Enzo playing as the midfielders and Palmer in the 10. At Chimpong minutes also might be at Chimpong minutes, correct? We could do a will they be here in 5 years? I've been wondering whether or not the chat reckons who will stay and who will go. But that's a great idea. We'll keep that up for next stream as well. That's a great thing. I'm actually gonna start this. I'm gonna save this. All right. Maresca Deers plays Disasi at right back. We are losing against Bournemouth. Maybe if it was against like a Liverpool, yeah, we could get cooked. But I don't know about Bournemouth, bro.
What about Vega? Would Vega be able to play as a right back?
I think Vega's left back / DM. I don't think he's played right back really.
Maybe.
I'm trying to remember from his report. Best RB in the world when he's fit and powering, most complete right back. That's what I'm saying. I know what I've seen. That's my captain, bro. But yeah, I hope he's back fit soon. The Sassy Stern Chart, I think he plays Viega right back. It might be. It might be. Pies and Esval will be the source of ACLs in the Prem. Many an ankle will be collected. Trust. Merska doesn't rate the Sassy or put Caicedo right back. Yeah, he doesn't rate the Sassy. That's why when Gusto came off, he literally put Caicedo right back. He doesn't rate the Sassy. Cucurella can play right back. So you're saying Cucurella right back, then what? Viega left back?
Oh, yeah. Because of
I
the
can see that.
inverting. Yeah, that could
Yeah.
be a smart show, yeah.
That could be a possibility. I guess it depends on how much Maresca wants to. Yeah, Namia Cucurella is a left back, but I think last season he literally played right back for us as well, and I don't think he did too poorly.
That's what he did when it was like left back Chilwell, and then we played Cucurella at right back. I think it was
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. He didn't do poorly, but yeah, it's not
Mhm.
ideal. Pong should be getting minutes. I think he will get minutes. I'm here with you. He will get minutes, like guaranteed now, especially with Gusto out. Like it depends on if James. Well, James is not coming back in time for Bournemouth. If Gusto comes back in time for Bournemouth, that he's maybe getting minutes. If Gusto is not coming back in time for Bournemouth, then he's 100% getting minutes. Nah, it's gonna be Viego, Kobo, Fofana, Cucurella inverting. Varna, I hear you. That's exactly what we're saying. That's exactly what we're
Mhm.
saying.
Yeah.
It's a possibility that Cucurella plays right back and inverts. Again, it's not going to be as detrimental having Cucurella right back in this system because we play a back three, where he's gonna invert anyways. Rather play Caicedo at right back. I hear that, and also I think if we play with Cucurella at right back and Viega at left back instead of seeing the diamond formation like this, right? Where the inverted player is like playing right here on the one of the 2 points in the diamond, is gonna be more of a square. So it's gonna be more like this. And then you're gonna see the DM probably Caicedo next to Cucurella, and then in front of them is the two other people playing up top. So it's gonna be like that, I think, because that's more defensively sound than the diamond formation, because you're leaving a lot less space on the wings. Lavia will be back, and he will want the three of Enzo, Lavia, and Caicedo on that is what is most likely. That's what I'm saying. If that's the thing, Killer AMC. Yeah, if Lavia is back, then you would see Lavia and Enzo as like the pivot. Caicedo's gonna be playing right back, inverting, most likely. Mariska put Enzo in the 10 for fuck's sake. Yeah, bro. I like Enzo high up the pitch, bro. I do not want to see it. Let's stop that experiment. The gimmick is over.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. That gimmick is dead. All right, let me refresh. See what's going on.
Thank God, Gusto has an injury now when there's international break, so at least you'll have time to recover.
Yes,
Thank
that's
God.
that's like one of the only positives. Same thing with Cole Palmer, right? Because Cole Palmer
Yep.
apparently also came back. I don't know if people in the chat haven't seen that yet, but Cole Palmer came back to Chelsea for
Yeah.
rehabilitation for an ongoing
Yeah.
issue is what it's called.
Yeah.
So, hmm bench Enzo and Lavi is back. He's been dropping sinkers. I agree, but he's the captain and Reese isn't back. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to hold that. Enzo's gonna be playing just a natural right back to play right back rather than forcing someone to play right back. I agree. I mean, that's what's ideal, right? But then the question is, do you think that Achimpong is at the level to be starting a Premier League game, right? Because I mean, we saw last season in the Arsenal game where we lost 5-0, bro. Gilchrist started, and that did not end well for us. I ain't gonna lie. Did Gilchrist start that game? Gilchrist started a game somewhere within those games. I'm not gonna lie, because we were destroyed by injuries at that point in the season. In your opinion, which one's better, a box midfield or diamond midfield? Okay, I think the diamond midfield is a lot more offensive. Like it flows better offensively. But because we have in the diamond formation, right, you're gonna have 1-6 right here at the bottom of the diamond. At the bottom of the diamond right here, you're gonna have like probably Caicedo in front of the defense. It's not as sound as if you have a square, right? Because when you have a square, then you have one in front of the defense right here on the right, and then you have another right here on the left in front of the defense. So you have two people shielding the defense. In terms of if we lose a ball in transition, whatever. So I don't think one is better than the other. I just think they serve different purposes. Is Dacho still here? Yes, but I think he was looking to get moved on. I saw a tweet somewhere, bro. I ain't gonna lie, but yeah, he's still here. Have you seen the Yonkers agent at the Palace game? I have seen the Yonkers agent at the Palace game, but there was actually I saw there was a ton of agents at the game, so I'm not reading too much into it. Palmer's definitely an injury. Yeah, again, it's a reoccurring issue. Like I don't know if Palmer doesn't seem like the type of person to me to lie about this type of thing, so I'm inclined to believe that this is true. I don't think it's an injury. It might just be like a cramp or something. Because at the end of the game, Crystal Palace game, he literally just threw himself on the ground. He looked dead tired. Like something's going
He
on there,
did.
but I don't think he's injured. Give Caicedo captain or Kowo for whenever Enzo's benched. Yeah, Caicedo I think already shown that after Enzo he's next in line for being captain. I don't think Enzo being captain should stop Enzo from benching. Yeah, I agree, but I don't think Maresca agrees with that. If Ghost doesn't start, so can Josh Achimpong. I agree, bro. I like Achimpong 100%. Again, it just comes down to the question if you personally think that he is at the level of starting a Premier League game. I don't know about that. I think he does better right now just coming off the bench because I think he still has to get used to the pace of the Premier League. He hasn't played that yet. Starting should be based on form and training performance. Agreed. No wonder we wanted Pedro Lima. Yeah, and again, this is going to be an issue, but again, we're probably going to get more information tomorrow about the nature of Cole Palmer's injury and, well, again, ongoing issue, right? We're going to get more info on this. I'm saying that he's perfectly fine. He just don't want to play these random friendlies. I hear you. I think Cuckoo is next in line rather than Caicedo. Jonathan, but during the home game against Servette, Caicedo was captain when Enzo wasn't starting. So it shows to me that like when Enzo's vice captain, when Enzo isn't on the field, then the next in line in the hierarchy is Caicedo.
And then it's Levi Colwell.
And then it's Colwell. Yep. So that's how the hierarchy works from what we've seen so far in games. But we know Reese is top dog. Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I think for this stream, I'm probably gonna end it off here. Everybody like the stream. Thank you for helping me hit 500 subscribers. That's really, really amazing. I appreciate every single one of you. Big things coming up for this stream. Got a lot more planned. So keep tuning in. Like I said, probably gonna end up being Thursday. I'm going to do the Ecuador versus Brazil preview with Will from Football Carnage. So look forward to that. And then Friday will be the stream. I might do an earlier stream. Let me check if there's any game before that. There's an Uruguay Paraguay game on the 6th as well. So I might do that one that's a little bit earlier at least. So I might do both at the same time. So it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Good times. I think Palmer has something. Yep. No games for 2 weeks. That's what I'm saying. But we get to do Pies versus Esteban watch. So, not too much loss. But yeah, I appreciate everybody. Hit the like on the way out. Subscribe if you haven't. It's free. Costs you nothing. I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody here. Morning Zombie, thank you for coming on as always. I appreciate
thank you
it.
as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'll see you guys next time. Yeah, big up. Big up. Peace out, y'all.
Peace.
Peace out. See ya.
See ya.